State a season ago, played just 6 games, which was tied the least among any team in Kansas high school football. Shawnee Mission Northwest had quite the season a year ago. We'll continue on with our pregame after this quick timeout as we break for the national anthem here on 929 The Bull, bull929.com, and A10 Varsity. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Welcome back in, 929 The Bull, bull929.com, and on A10 Varsity. You can find that link to watch and listen to the game at the same time, either at klwn.com or at bull929.com. With Craig Hershiser, I'm Derek Johnson as we get ready for Firebirds versus the Cougars. And pretty good home attendance here, although not truly the home field at Shawnee Mission North, but Northwest bringing a good crowd out here. Free State, not a ton coming out from the Firebirds, but slowly feeding into this one. So, Craig, this is your first football game since, 2019?
Yes.
Feel a little rusty. How you feeling?
Yeah, just a tad rusty, absolutely. a little jittery, I suppose, but that's just a result from the time off. So, but it's great to be here. What a night for football, right? Great temperature. And you know what? I think all these guys are ready to go, so we should look forward to a good high school game tonight.
And Craig is the Free State good luck charm. Last year, Firebirds without Craig went 0-6. And really every year before that, they had been one of the top teams really in the Sunflower League for a decade plus. So Craig back in action. That's good news for the Firebirds. I was hoping I was the good luck charm, but apparently not. So Craig back in action. I mean, you've seen some really good Firebird football over the years.
We certainly have. Going back, Kevin Stewart's first year was an outstanding year. The guys made a playoff run. Coach Lisser's years, man, he had just built such a program of sustained excellence over the years, and you knew when you came to watch a Free State football game, you're going to see some high school guys out there playing hard, executing at a high level, and just showing us some good high school football.
And Shawnee Mission Northwest, quite the opponent today. This is a team who went 6-2 a season ago and lost to Blue Valley North in the playoffs, who ended up going to the state title game before losing to Derby. They got a lot to replace, and we'll talk about that over the course of the broadcast. But the main one is Ty Black. And Ty Black, the quarterback, completed 77% of his passes a season ago. He had 24 total touchdowns to 5 interceptions. It is always a lot to replace when you lose a quarterback. It's a whole nother level when you lose a quarterback to that magnitude. And to that extent, Free State, you don't have to worry about that. Jet Deneen's back at quarterback, but definitely some transitions to be had for Shawnee Mission Northwest.
77% completion. That is just astounding at a high school level.
Astounding at any level,
let
alone high school.
Yeah, exactly. And so, that'll be a big loss for the Cougars of Northwest. But, Shawnee Mission Northwest has been a good program over the years. And so we'll see tonight if they can, and to borrow a cliche for a second, see if they can reload just a little bit.
He is Craig Hershiser. I'm Derek Johnson. We'll take a quick timeout. When we come back, we've got a pregame interview with Free State High School head coach Kevin Stewart, entering his 3rd season. With Craig Hershiser, Derek Johnson, this is 929 The Bull, bull929.com, and A10 Varsity.
For more than 20 years, Family Medicine Associates has been providing expert-friendly primary care in Lawrence. Beginning this fall, a new affiliation with Advent Health, the region's premier faith-based health system, marks the start of many more decades of caring for the Lawrence community. With a whole-person approach to health and wellness, the providers at Advent Health Medical Group Primary Care at Lawrence are here when you need care. For details, visit adventhealthkc.com/primary care.
Lifetime of sport and helping every student athlete play healthy.
Don't trust the biggest investment of your life to a part-time real estate agent. Trust the number 1 team in Lee Summit and the entire state, the Rob Ellerman Team. The Rob Ellerman Team is the number 1 real estate team in Missouri and number 12 nationally ranked in the U.S. with $1.5 billion in career sales. They are your real estate resource for buying or selling. They get you moving. Call anytime at 816-304-4434 or visit therobellermanteam.com. That's 816-304-4434 or anytime online. The Rob Ellerman Team, a proud supporter of Lee Summit area high school athletics.
Hi, this is Matt Llewellyn from 23rd Street Brewery.
And this is Cole Mondi.
The biggest hitter in Lawrence High School football history.
Oh, whatever, Matt. But my favorite play is going to the 23rd Street Brewery.
Oh, thanks, buddy. I'm glad you like it.
I love coming to the 23rd Street Brewery after every game and enjoying the prime rib sandwich.
And I love seeing you there, but I love seeing everyone there, too. So join Cole and everyone else at 23rd Street Brewery after the game or anytime. The 23rd Street Brewery, 23rd and Castle.
All right, welcome back in as we get ready for the opening kickoff of the season. Free State, Shawnee Mission Northwest on a Thursday night. And the opening kickoff is done by Northwest. It was kicked away by Sam Vossen, and it'll be out of bounds. It'll be Free State ball to start things off. They'll be in the white uniforms with the silver numbers, the black pants, and the green no-mat helmets. For Shawnee Mission Northwest, they'll be in the black uniforms with the orange numbers on the back. With Craig Hershiser, I'm Derek Johnson on 929 The Bull, bull929.com, and 810 Varsity. So the Firebirds start with the ball. They'll have it at the 35 after the kickoff out of bounds. What are you looking for out of Jet Deneen on this first drive?
Well, I think Jet is probably known a little bit more as a running quarterback rather than a passing quarterback, so that puts a little speed in the backfield with what should be the two principal ball carriers, Dash Cleveland and Jet Deneen. So, I look for them to get up behind that big offensive line and let the line go to work and then just get positive yards on every carry.
Firebirds will start out in a pistol set, two receivers left, one to the right. The give is going to go to the running back, Dash Cleveland, who works his way up to the 42-yard line for a gain of 7. The starting lineup for Free State, Jet Deneen, the senior quarterback. Dash Cleveland is the senior tailback. At the receiver positions, Jared Willits and Manny Apele, both are seniors. Jordan Brown is a receiver as well at 6'4", 180 pounds. On the offensive line, from left to right, Calvin Clements, Ty Newhouse, Tyler Gorley, Will Young, and Caden Lonard. Those are junior, senior, senior, junior, junior. Give to the left out of the pistol again. Cleveland puts his foot in the ground, turns upfield, and he piles forward for a first down behind Calvin Clements.
Nice cutback, and I think you see some maturity there out of Dash Cleveland that maybe we wouldn't have seen his sophomore year. He would have been more inclined to try and break it to the outside, use his speed, but there he found the running lane, and he ducked up behind his big offensive lineman, pounded out enough yards for the first down.
1st and 10 at the 48 for Free State at the left hash. The starting defenders will start in the back end with the safeties Jack Meelan and Luke Rogers, both seniors. We'll get to the rest after this play. Pistol again, sweep to the right by Deneen, and he can't slip by a host of tacklers, including Jack Meelan, the senior safety. It's a gain of about 1.5 yards for Jet Deneen. They'll give him 2.
Nice run support from the secondary of Shawnee Mission Northwest there. As you said, the Meelan coming up from his safety spot to make that tackle.
The other DBs, Donovan Ganapini, a senior, and Mason Clark, a senior as well. Linebackers are Caden Pennywell, Keith Locke, and Jack Mudgett. That's 3 seniors there. And then on the defensive line, Connor Berlin, Aaron Jackson, Kyle Farks, and Adrian Elson. Elson is the junior. The rest are all seniors. Deneen out of the pistol on 2nd and 8. Fakes the give to Cleveland, takes it himself on the read option, and he's stuffed at the line of scrimmage. The tackle was made by Adrian Elson, the junior, and it's a gain of just 1 yard for Jet Deneen.
Well, you got to read that defensive end, and if he crashes down on the fake, then you keep, and I think maybe Jet wishes he had that read to do over.
3rd and 7 now from the Shawnee Mission Northwest 49. Do you approach this if you're Free State as maybe trying to get 2 downs out of it? Maybe try to get 3 or 4 here, then go for it on 4th down, or too early for
I
you?
absolutely do that. If there's three or more yards gained on this play, then yeah, you go for it.
Out of the pistol, low snap. It's fielded by Deneen. Sweep to the left. Deneen cuts up the field. He's got the first down and more. Deneen lowers a shoulder and gets knocked out of bounds with a big 3rd down conversion.
Really nice going to the wide side there and using his running back as a blocker as well. Everybody's involved in that play when your quarterback is the runner, because now you've got your running back as a blocker as well, and it's 11 on 11 as opposed to sometimes when a quarterback just pitches and gets out of the way.
So Deneen with the last 3 carries after Cleveland had the first 2. We've yet to see the ball in the air. They'll be at the left hash, 1st and 10 at the 35 of Shawnee Mission Northwest. Again, the pistol formation, and swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage. That is the backup tailback for the Free State Firebirds, I believe Dylan Farrell. And a loss of 3 on the play. The tackle for loss was made by Kyle Farks, who just stormed in. And it's 2nd and 13 on Farrell's first run of the game.
Number 58, Farks, 6'3", 255, a senior. Coming off of last year's successful team, I got to believe that you better account for Kyle Farks.
Yeah, Farrell donning the number 28 this year, was wearing 40 last year. It'll be left hash again. Tight ends to left, 2 receivers to left. Deneen fakes. It'll be a QB draw. Takes it to the outside. Flag is thrown. It's going to be a hold. He's going to pick up the first down, but this one's going to come back after he was wrapped up at the 23 by Jack Meelan. And this is going to send Free State back to where they were on that last third down conversion. Well, as our start to the game, obviously no injuries to report at the beginning of the season. The injury report brought to you by Advent Health Medical Group Primary Care at Lawrence, formerly Family Medicine Associates. Whether you need a school physical, ongoing care for chronic condition, or anything in between, the primary care team at Lawrence will take great care of you. Visit them online at adventhealthkc.com/primary care. The holding moves Free State back to the 48-yard line, and this will be 2nd and 23.
That is a rough one right there because you had enough yardage on the running play. It was near a first down, and so now you go from that scenario to now 2nd and 23.
Line to gains all the way at the 25. Might have to air it out. They're in the middle of the field. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. They'll give it to Cleveland, who goes on a counter, stutter steps, works up the field, and he gets stumbled to the ground at the 45. It's a gain of 3 for Dash Cleveland. And that was Meelan again on the tackle. 8 minutes to go in the first quarter. Firebirds face a 3rd and 20 from the 45-yard line.
Coach Stewart showing a little disdain for the passing game right now, 2nd and 23. I know that's an obvious down, and Northwest was probably anticipating a pass, but now you're definitely in a passing situation.
Well, interesting that Free State has a lot of tall receivers. Brown at 6'4", Willits at 6'3", Apelli at 6'6".
Yeah.
That should make for a good basketball team, but maybe a chance to throw it up. Deneen rolls to the right. He gets pressured, evades a couple, throws it to the sideline, and it's incomplete. The hit was made by a combination of a couple, notably on the defensive line, Caden Pennywell, who came up from the linebacker position. And that'll bring up 4th and 20.
Awfully tentative there, I thought. It seemed like Jet had a hard time deciding if he was going to. I think his first read was probably shut down, and so then he immediately turned to the run, and then the receiver flashed open, but that play was just pretty disjointed from the beginning.
Yeah, immediate pressure. A player's down now for Shawnee Mission Northwest. 7:26 to go in the first quarter. I wonder, too, if the idea was to get him out of the pocket, get some time, and almost, just throw it up downfield for one of those tall receivers, because worst case scenario, you're facing 4th and 20 now. It's like a punt if they intercept it.
Yeah. Well, I think if you've done your scouting and you're aware of Jet Deneen's mobility, you probably keep your defensive ends from getting too far up the field and just try to keep him in the pocket rather than let him get out on the edge where he's got a chance to make a play either with the pass or with him running.
Looks like the player down who's making his way to the sideline now for Shawnee Mission Northwest is Connor Berlin. And Berlin able to get there himself. Might have just taken a stinger to the back. Hope he's all right on the first series of the season. Well, mixed results for Free State. They don't get any points on their first drive of the season, but they do drive it a little bit, and until the holding penalty that set them back, they were moving well, and now they'll see what the defense can do against the Northwest offense.
This series underscores the importance of major penalties. They are just,
Punt was almost blocked. A flag is thrown. It's going to take a hop and work its way out of bounds. The Shawnee Mission Northwest bench is saying the punt was blocked, so there shouldn't be a flag for running into the kicker. And we'll see what the call on the field is. If it was tipped, there will be no flag. If it wasn't, then I'm sure Free State will just opt to redo the punt. Where it stands, Shawnee Mission Northwest will have good field position, and I'll have it at the 40-yard line, which means it would be a 5-yard punt. It was not tipped, and it's an intentional foul, so that's an automatic first down. It wasn't running into the kicker. It was roughing the kicker, and that is a huge break for Free State.
So major penalties on this drive, one for Free State, eventually putting them into a punt situation, and now here a roughing the kicker on Shawnee Mission Northwest, and that turns into an automatic first down. Ball on the 30. Free State in good scoring range right here.
So now they get 1st and 10 at the 30. We'll see if they can take advantage of the break there. The pistol formation, the give to Cleveland, has to cut up the middle and go left, and he's spun to the ground by Keith Locke, the senior linebacker for Northwest. It's a gain of none on the play for Dash Cleveland, and it'll be 2nd and 10. Well, the Firebirds like their offensive line coming into the year. Calvin Clemens at 6'7", 280. Newhouse at 285 at left guard. Gurley at 290 at center. Lohnard at 280 at right tackle. Will Young is the smallest of the group at 220 at right guard. Overall, the average weight, 271 pounds for this Firebirds offensive line. But they've been getting some pressure lately, and now Deneen's going to go down behind the line of scrimmage as well. It's a loss again. Keith Locke is there, and it'll be 3rd and 12.
How did Will Young sneak in there at 220? Gee whiz.
Well, the average man on the defensive line for Northwest weighs 244 pounds. You'd think that'd be an advantage, but so far, Northwest has gotten the better of Free State, getting in behind that offensive line, and now it's another 3rd down and long for the Firebirds. 3rd and 12 from the 32 of Shawnee Mission Northwest. They'll fake to Cleveland. Deneen will roll to the right, points downfield, chucks it for the end zone, looking for Brown. He's caught it, Jordan Brown, and he's in for a touchdown at the corner of the end zone. And the Firebirds are on the board in 2021 with 5:53 to go. Jordan Brown, the 6'4 senior, with the 32-yard touchdown grab from Jet Deneen. And Brown, a guy that Kevin Stewart has raved about coming over from Basehor Linwood, has his first grab of the year, and boy, was it a big one.
I think Brown had something like 70 catches last year at Basehor Linwood, and his first one here as a Firebird is a huge one on a 3rd and 12.
PAT is up and good, coming from Adam Coop. And with 5:53 to go, it's 7-0 Firebirds. They take advantage of the mistake. Jordan Brown gets him on the board. We'll take a quick 1-minute timeout. This Firebird football on 929 The Bull, bull929.com, and 810 Varsity.
Health update. With flu season upon us during the COVID-19 pandemic, it's doubly important to lessen the risk for getting the flu by scheduling a flu vaccination. In a typical year, flu season occurs from fall to early spring. The symptoms that come with the flu can keep you bedridden for a week or more. Prevention is key, and getting an annual flu vaccine is the best way to help protect you against flu. Schedule your flu vaccination online at SiglerPharmacy.com. Sigler Pharmacy cares about you.
Kurt Gieser State Farm Agency understands the importance of being a member in the Lawrence community and supporting local. They also understand the importance of supporting you in Lawrence, whether it's through the peace of mind you get with insurance or helping you with any financial questions or needs. Just like this high school broadcast, Kurt Gieser State Farm Agency will tackle any issues you need covered. Give Kurt and his team a call at 785-843-0003 or visit them online at www.kurtinsures.com.
929.com and at 810 Varsity. Firebirds score. They were aided by kind of controversial call over whether it was tipped or not, and it was roughing the kicker. And now Firebirds kick off for the first time. And for Shawnee Mission Northwest, it's going to be fielded out by Maliko Wadis, the running back, and he takes it around the left corner out of bounds up to the 37-yard line. So with 5:47 to go, Free State up 7-0. They took advantage of that, and then they even got to 3rd and long, but the long touchdown pass from Jet Deneen to Jordan Brown.
You know, a little bit of a counter move by Deneen as he rolled out, got out on the edge just a little bit, and officially a 32-yard touchdown, but that ball is close to 40 yards in the air and spot on target. So that's just, you know, for Northwest, that's a killer. You get the opponent into a 3rd and long, and then not only give up a first down, which would be bad enough, but give up a touchdown from that distance.
Yeah, tough for the Northwest defense. Could have had a couple stops there. We'll see what the offense can provide. So this offense, interesting. Last season, they were one of the best offenses in the state. They averaged 38 points per game. And they'll start out from the left hash. Quick pitch over to Oatis to the left. Oatis cuts into the middle, spins away, keeps the feet driving, and out of bounds. He never went down. They started at the 31. Oatis marked out at the 40, so a gain of 9 for number 13, Malik Oatis. But they averaged 430 yards per game a year ago, 271 in the air, 158 rushing. Now, haven't seen Blake Reeder play before at 6'4", 200 senior, but it'll be interesting to see what the offense looks like after losing Ty Black, who is an all-everything quarterback, whether this becomes more of a rushing attack or a throwing attack. He'll throw a quick screen out to the right to Oatis, puts foot in the ground, tries to get by one. Now he's swallowed behind the line of scrimmage. And give credit, Colton Berger, the Will linebacker, held him down and allowed his teammates to come for support, and it's a loss of about a yard.
Well, Berger just wouldn't give any ground. He did a nice job of sealing the edge out there and then making the initial hit, and then great support from his teammates in the secondary to come up and finish it off.
So it'll be 3rd and short, 3rd and 2. We'll see what the Firebird defense does. We'll see what the Cougars offense opts to do, whether they go for something short or long. They're going to bring looks like an extra heavy package, Aaron Jackson. And now they're going to take a timeout with the play clock down to 5 seconds, 4:56 to go. We'll keep it right here on 92.9 The Bull, bull929.com, and A10 Varsity. 4:56 in the quarter, 7-0 Firebirds in front.
Hi, this is Matt Llewellyn from 23rd Street Brewery.
And this is Cole Mondi.
The biggest hitter in Lawrence High School football history.
Oh, whatever, Matt. But my favorite play is going to the 23rd Street Brewery.
Oh, thanks, buddy. I'm glad you like it.
I love coming to the 23rd Street Brewery after every game and enjoying the prime rib sandwich.
And I love seeing you there. But I love seeing everyone there, too. So join Cole and everyone else at 23rd Street Brewery after the game or anytime. The 23rd Street Brewery, 23rd and Castle.
He returned the kick, and he's handled the ball on every down so far, and he has now accounted for a first down. So I think maybe we see the response to this year's offense and how they're going to replace all that offense from a year ago.
And you say that, and now they spread it out with 5 wide, but it is a QB draw for Blake Reeder right up the middle. He's flipped up into the middle, lost his helmet. Still a gain of 6 for Reeder up the middle. And it'll be 2nd and 4.
Derek, I talked to a couple of Free State players today, and they both said that they had to be concerned with the Northwest run attack, but then be aware that every once in a while they're going to mix it up, throw something a little bit different at the defense, maybe even some trick plays. So we'll see how that unfolds over the night, but they certainly mixed it up right there with that spread formation and a quarterback draw. With
the helmet coming off of Reeder, they have to bring in the backup quarterback for at least one play. So we'll see who that is for the Shawnee Mission Northwest offense. It looks like they're just going to go Wildcat on 2nd and 4 with Oatis behind the snap. He'll take it immediately, run left, and coming in behind the line of scrimmage, Brian Lane takes him to the turf, but there's a flag. Was it a horse collar or a face mask? As it stands, it would be a huge loss on the play. Brian Lane read it perfectly, didn't get blocked, and just darted in and took Oatis down. Yeah, it is a face mask.
Yeah, Brian Lane did a great job, as you said, a beautiful read, and he just came blowing in unblocked, but he came in very high. Had he just dropped his shoulder a little bit and made that tackle, with the shoulder and then wrapping up, then that would have been a huge loss. As it is, he was up around the head, and unfortunately was the perpetrator of the face mask.
And now another flag down, and this is going to be either a false start or illegal procedure against Shawnee Mission Northwest. It was a 5-yard penalty. It's not an automatic first down, so 2nd and 7. But then this will move them back 5 more. So now it'll be 2nd and 12. So it's kind of like that play happened, but just without the loss of downs, not quite as much. 2nd and 12 from the 40 for Shawnee Mission Northwest. They're in the middle of the field. They got to get to the 48 of Free State. So far, it's been all runs except for one screen pass, which lost a yard. Reeder out of the shotgun, gives to Oatis. A J evades of 1, then gets to the outside, and he's going to be wrapped up by the Free State Firebird bench. Tackle made by Cooper Jackson. And how about that? Well, Free State had a couple kids come out for the team who were on the basketball team, and the renowned Firebirds basketball team, and some good ones like Mose Downey and Cooper Jackson.
Yep.
Well, that's Cooper Jackson's first tackle, I believe, for the Firebirds. Pretty good guard on the Firebirds basketball team, so it's a loss of another yard for Oatis. 3rd down and 13. Passing situation for Reeder. He rolls to the left. Reeder looking downfield. Reeder throws downfield. Man, wide open. It's going to be caught by Ganapini, and he's brought down out of bounds at the sideline all the way at the Firebirds' 21-yard line. It's a gain of 42 yards on the play.
That had to have been some kind of a blown coverage or a misread there. The Cougar receiver wide open, and good ball delivered right on target, but boy, nobody in the vicinity for Free State.
So that's kind of the, I guess, payback for what Free State did on Shawnee Mission Northwest on the 3rd and long. Now from the left hash, Reeder drops straight back, looking over the middle, fires a screen to Oatis. Oatis with room to run, cuts by 1, gets by another, spins, stays on his feet, and finally gang tackled to the ground at the 7-yard line.
Shawnee Mission Northwest feeling a little bit of momentum right now, and certainly a good call at that time as the Firebird defenders come blowing in, and Oatis takes the short pass and turns it into good yards after the reception.
It'll now be that stacked I formation again with 2 fullbacks in front of Oatis. The one receiver to the left is Alex Rogers. And it'll be a pitch again, the up-the-middle play for Oatis, but he is stoned at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a yard for Oatis. That brings up 2nd and goal from the 6. Under 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter as Shawnee Mission Northwest looking to even the score. 6 seniors on this starting 11 for Shawnee Mission Northwest. 5 juniors to pair. For Free State, it's an experienced team on their defense. 10 seniors to 1 junior for the starting 11. Empty set, shotgun formation for Reeder. 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Both guys on the flank are stacked, and it'll just be a straight QB power for Reeder, who almost goes in untouched. He was touched at the very end by Grant Gregory, but not before he was in for 6. Blake Reeder with a 6-yard score, and it's 7-6 with 1:27 to go.
Well, a heavy dose of the running back Oatis, and then when it came down to money time, just a little bit of a mix-up there, to a change-up offensively, and Reeder on the quarterback draw, as you said, virtually untouched, and he could still be running if he wanted to.
Well, you wonder just from getting prepared for this game, if you're Free State, you watch him on tape last year.
Yeah.
It's a passing team. You don't really know what to expect. The PAT is up and good. There's a bit of a wobbler, but it goes through for Sam Vossen. And with 1:27 to go, we're even 7-7. We'll take a quick timeout. This is Free State football against Shawnee Mission Northwest on 929 The Bull, bull929.com, and 810 Varsity.
Don't trust the biggest investment of your life to a part-time real estate agent. Trust the #1 team in Lee Summit and the entire state, the Rob Ellerman Team. The Rob Ellerman Team is the #1 real estate team in Missouri and number 12 nationally ranked in the U.S. with $1.5 billion in career sales. They are your real estate resource for buying or selling. They get you moving. Call anytime at 816-304-4434 or visit therobellermanteam.com. That's 816-304-4434 or anytime online. The Rob Ellerman Team, a proud supporter of Lee Summit area high school athletics.
Crowd getting loud here as kickoff coming from Sam Vossen for Shawnee Mission Northwest. Second one for him. We're tied up 7-7 with a minute 27 in the quarter. And for the second time, it goes out of bounds before reaching a player or the end zone. So it'll be Free State football at the 35-yard line. Craig, we saw Free State their first time out. They got a second chance after running into the kicker call. Then they got the long touchdown, 32-yarder from Jet Deneen to Jordan Brown. What are you looking for out of the Firebirds here on this second attempt with the ball?
Well, I know they scored on the long touchdown pass, and that is wonderful. But it really looked like Coach Stewart wants to get this offensive line lathered up and firing off the line of scrimmage and establishing the run game. I would kind of like to see maybe a little more out on the edges, get the Shawnee Mission Northwest defense running sideline to sideline. Work on that conditioning a little bit, see if you can get into their fitness, and then start pounding ahead again.
First and 10 from the middle of the field. Two receivers left, one to the right. Play action to Cleveland. The screen is thrown out to the left. And working up the field for a first down and more is Jarrett Willits. He's eventually tossed out just shy of the 50-yard line. It's a nice gain of 14 on the receiver screen.
Nice play call right there with one receiver blocking and the other receiving to make the catch, and it basically had the same effect of what I was talking about before. It wasn't a pitch and a running play, but it was a pass out on the perimeter, and the defense has to pursue all the way to the sideline.
Pistol again, quick throw on the hitch, and it's popped in the air, then incomplete. He was looking for Willits on a quick little comeback. It popped off of Willits' hands as he was hit by the corner Alex Rogers, and fortunately for Free State, it fell to the ground.
Well, you saw that ball pop up in the air, and everybody with an interest in the Firebirds all probably thought, oh no, because that's very definitely a tip drill kind of play that you run that you work on in practice.
Second and 10 from the Firebirds 49 at the left hash. Well, Free State listed in the others considered on the Kansas Prep's top 5, so in that top 10 range for the Class 6A ranks. That's one site's opinion. Deneen, the QB power to the right, shakes one, moves forward, breaks a couple. Deneen inside the 30, cuts back inside the 20, and no, he's going to be whistled out at the 30-yard line. I thought he had stepped out initially, but couldn't hear a whistle. And so Deneen will be marked back to the 30-yard line. It's still a big run and a big first down.
Yeah, big run indeed. With their initial plays going to the left side of the field, now they come back to the right, and again, making that defense pursue. Jet with enough speed to get out on the edge. Northwest not able to seal the perimeter, and Deneen with a couple of moves just about had himself a long touchdown run.
It'll be first and 10 from the 30. One of the player or the staff members who has the down and distance marker has it at a 2, so we'll see if they get that fixed just to make sure there's not an opposite of a fifth down situation. They'll hand it off up the middle to Tay Ware, his first carry, and he is stuffed at the line of scrimmage. No gain for Tay Ware. The tackle was made by Aaron Jackson, a 5'9", 260-pound defensive tackle. Second and 10 from the 31, so it's actually a loss of a yard. Another tackle for loss for Shawnee Mission Northwest. Had more of those than Free State would like. 4-3 formation for Shawnee Mission Northwest. 4 DBs, 2 safeties, 2 corners. That's their base defense. Give will go again to the tailback, Cleveland, who drags Jackson with him for an extra yard or 2 before he's knocked to the ground. It's a gain of 5 to the 26.
A patient run there by Dash Cleveland. He didn't try to force anything, let the blocks happen in front of him, and then, made his cutback based on the blocks and manages to churn out about 6 yards.
It'll be 3rd and 6 when we come back after the end of the first quarter. 7-7 the score on 92.9 The Bull, bull929.com, and 810 Varsity.
No matter what your goals are, competing at the next level, participating in a local 5K, or leading your team to state. The Sports Medicine Center at Children's Mercy is here to provide comprehensive 360-degree care for student athletes. Performance training, injury prevention, rehab services, nutrition, mental wellness, surgery, and more. It's not just about the next goal or the one after that. It's about supporting a lifetime of sport and helping every student athlete play healthy.
Johnson, Richie Boswell back in studio. Free State scored the first touchdown to go up 7-0. Shawnee Mission Northwest equalized it. We began the second quarter all even, 7-7. Free State facing a critical third down. It's about 3rd and 5.5. They got to get to the 20-yard line.
Well, again, here you're in a situation here, any positive yards at all, and you're going for it on 4th.
It'll be 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. The lone receiver to the right is Jordan Brown. Deneen in the shotgun. The lone tailback behind him is Dylan Farrell in the pistol. And they've also got the H-back in there to left of the line of scrimmage. Flag is going to be thrown as the snap was made. And this is going to move Free State back 5 yards.
Yep.
False start will make it 3rd and 11. Well, the good news is they were at 3rd and 12 from the 32-yard line when they had the 32-yard touchdown pass. So maybe they just wanted to go right back there. They're at the 31 on 3rd and 11.
Well, it sure looked like somebody didn't know the snap count on that last play, and it results in that illegal procedure call. So, you know, Derek, those kinds of penalties, you know, we talk about major penalties, but sometimes those mental mistakes that turn into those 5-yard penalties, and you turn a 3rd and manageable into a 3rd and long, you know, they're just as damaging as a major penalty.
So again, pistol. They'll send one in motion. They'll fake it to Patch, and then the post throw over the middle. It's just through the high hands of Jordan Brown.
It was there.
And so an incompletion will bring up 4th down, and now decision time for Free State. Had they had Joey Wood, who was their kicker last year, they probably kicked this field goal. He had the ability to kick from 50 yards, but we'll see what they do. It looks like they're going to go for it. I mean, if you punt it, you're not gaining much on this. Might as well go for it at this point.
Yeah, but you know, I like the play call and I like the post route. Brown had single coverage on the far side of the field and was open right in front of the defender.
And now we're going to get, I believe, a timeout from the Free State half. 11:54 to go in the second quarter. And we will take a 30-second break with them on 810 Varsity, Bull929.com, and 929 The Bull.
This is Matt Llewellyn from 23rd Street Brewery.
And this is Cole Mondi.
The biggest hitter in Lawrence High School football history.
Oh, whatever, Matt. But you know, my favorite play is going to the 23rd Street Brewery.
Oh, thanks, buddy. I'm glad you like it.
You know I love coming to the 23rd Street Brewery after every game and enjoying the prime rib sandwich.
And I love seeing you there, but I love seeing everyone there, too. So join Cole and everyone else at 23rd Street Brewery after the game or anytime. The 23rd Street Brewery, 23rd and Castle.
I'm Derek Johnson. Stick around for a halftime report brought to you by 23rd Street Brewery. Free State, 7. Shawnee Mission Northwest, 7. As we're in the second quarter, 4th and 11 for the Firebirds from the 31-yard line. And Free State getting ready to go for it, needing to get to the 20 of the Cougars. It'll be pistol formation. Farrell, the tailback behind him. The lone receiver to the left is Jared Willits. Jake Patchen is the slot at the right with Jordan Brown to the outside. 4-man front. They stunt. Deneen rolls to the right. Linebacker comes delayed. Deneen will throw downfield. It's intercepted. He might have been beyond the line of scrimmage anyway. And it'll actually hurt the Cougars because had it just been dropped out of bounds by Ganapini, they would have got better field position. But I can't blame Ganapini. You're just trying to make a play on the ball in that moment. And intercepted it at the sideline, then kept his feet in bounds. Now, there is a flag down on the field at the 29. I thought that Deneen might have been by the line of scrimmage. It was close. And
Derek, I thought he had decided to run. I was actually surprised when he pulled up to throw the football.
Yeah, I did too. It looked like he might have been able to have it. And the flag is going to be declined. It is on the Firebirds, and it is. No, scratch that. Looks like Bo Black, the Shawnee Mission Northwest coach, having his way with the officials. Now he's clapping back at his sideline, so I'm not quite sure what this call is going to be. But it does appear that the Firebird defense is out there, so yes, it's a legal man downfield on the offense, so that actually means that an offensive lineman went past the restricted area of how many yards they could be downfield. I think they thought that Jet Deneen was running as well, and they crossed that threshold, so it was declined. We'll make that accepted because it's a 5-yard penalty, loss of downs. So the interception doesn't hold for Shawnee Mission Northwest. And now they take over at the 36. All right, got that all sorted out. Here's Reeder. He's going to throw a little screen to Milan, who has to fall on the ground when he bobbled it, and he dropped it. Would have been a loss of a couple if he held on, and instead it's just a incompletion. Second drive of the game for Shawnee Mission Northwest. They scored a touchdown on the first drive with a healthy dose of running the football, and Malik Oatis. 11:44 to go in the second quarter. 2nd and 10 for the Cougars. They're at their own 36-yard line from the left hash. 2 receivers to each side for Reeder, a 6'4 senior. 4 catches for him in the playoff game. Gives to Oatis, and Oatis is swallowed up about 1.5 yards by the line of scrimmage. And it'll be 3rd and 8.
A nice recognition there by the Firebird defense, especially the interior of that line, as they hand the ball to Oatis and then try to continue out and make it look like a passing play. But Firebirds just maintaining their gaps and executing their technique and making a nice gang tackle.
3rd and 8. Reeder drops back, steps up into the pocket to avoid pressure, rolls to his left, throws downfield, just overthrown as Ganapini was just breaking free. He kind of broke off of his route at the end there and started to break loose, but just a bit over his head from Reeder. They almost connected on another big one. So the Firebirds defense, though, does their job. They get a 3 and out. And 4th down and long. Northwest at their own 37. But they are out there on offense. This is interesting on this 4th down. And it will be a pooch punt from Reeder. Nobody back for the Firebirds. It's a good punt. This one rolling inside the 10, inside the 5, and down at the 2.5 yard line.
We'll call it special teams. Big special teams play right there by the Cougars. You know, if you're the Firebird defense, you're lining up and you're thinking there's no way they're going for this. But at the same time, you've got to get up in defensive formation just to honor the fact that Northwest lined up as if to run a play.
Firebirds defense holds. Now the offense will have their work cut out for them. Officially, they'll mark it at the 3 yard line. 10:48 to go in the second quarter. This is a drive that you would love if you're Free State to have a long, grueling drive where you can really establish the running game, especially to get out of the way in your own end zone. So far, the passing game has provided the big plays. They'll start at the left hash, will the Firebirds. Lone receiver to the left will be Jared Willits. Jordan Brown out wide to the right. And Jake Patchen in the slot. Dash Cleveland's the tailback behind Jet Deneen. And it looks like they got Northwest to jump unless it was caused by Free State. But either way, it will be an encroachment. At this stage of where you are in the field, that's a good idea if you're Jet Deneen to, use the hard count, try to get them, because worst case, you're losing a yard, whereas they're losing 5 if you get it on them. That makes it 1st and 5 from the 8 yard line, gives them a little more breathing room. Northwest playing close toward the line of scrimmage with a lot of their players. Deneen will fake, searching around patiently, then finally just drives his leg forward, puts his head down, and figures I'll just take a couple. And it'll be 2nd down and 2 from the 11-yard line.
So many things come into play here. You know, if offensively, if you're back this deep in your own territory, okay, no penalties, right? Because you can't afford to go any further back. Ball security. Make sure you take care of the football. Don't drop it down there. Don't throw an interception out on the flats, anything silly like that. And then if you take care of those two things, run the play and get some positive yards.
2nd and 2 at the 11. Line to gains at the 13. Manny Apele is the tight end in motion from left to right, and now a timeout by Free State. That'll be their second. We'll take a quick 30-second break with them on 92.9 The Bull, bull929.com, and A10 Varsity.
For more than 20 years, Family Medicine Associates has been providing expert-friendly primary care in Lawrence. Beginning this fall, a new affiliation with Advent Health, the region's premier faith-based health system, marks the start of many more decades of caring for the Lawrence community. With a whole-person approach to health and wellness, the providers at Advent Health Medical Group Primary Care at Lawrence are here when you need care. For details, visit adventhealthkc.com/primary care.
Back in 92.9 The Bull, bull929.com, and on A10 Varsity. Firebirds 7, Cougars 7. As we begin this second quarter, Free State with a 2nd and 2 at their own 11. They got to get to the 13. They have 1 timeout left. Shawnee Mission Northwest with 2. As we look at these two teams in terms of experience, Shawnee Mission Northwest more experienced defensively just in terms of upperclassmen, or seniors rather. 10 seniors of the starters. The lone non-senior is a junior. For the Firebirds, they've got 3 juniors and 8 seniors. Speed option to the right. Deneen pitches it out to Cleveland, who falls forward, stretches, and he got the first down. And that'll move the chains up to the 14-yard line. That's a good thing they got that offside.
Yeah.
They get 2 gains of 3, and that was enough for first down.
Yep. You know, and some people might disagree with an option, a speed option on this end of the field, but I kind of liked it. Again, it stretches out that defense, and if you can turn the corner out there, if you execute a good pitch and turn the corner, then you've got a big gain.
Under 10 minutes to go in the first half. Apelli in motion from left to right. The give is to Cleveland, sweeping out to the left, then puts his foot in the ground, cuts up, and he crosses the 20 before being dropped at the 21.
There you go. It's nice.
Tackle made by Keith Locke there for Northwest.
I know we'd all like to see a 97-yard drive for a touchdown here, maybe burn up about 7.5 minutes or more. But you know, get a first down, get another first down, and then go from there. But so important in the field position game to get a couple of first downs out of this possession at minimum.
Deneen again in the pistol. Pelly, the tight end, to the right. The fake to Cleveland on the read option. He keeps it himself. Bursts through the middle. Breaks a couple arm tackles. Deneen in the open field. Deneen past the 50. Deneen past the 41 man to beat. He beat him in Rogers. And Deneen is going to stroll into the end zone. Jet Deneen putting the Jets on.
You stole my line. You jumped right on it. That's what I was going for.
I am sorry. I wish I gave that to you.
But, man, he did. He lived up to his name. You got Jet and Dash in the backfield. So you got a couple of speedy guys who live up to their name. And Jet Deneen shakes a tackle near the line of scrimmage, gets out on the edge, and then just outruns everybody in a black jersey all the way to the end zone. 79
yards for Jet Deneen, his first rushing score of the year. Had the passing touchdown on the first quarter. And with 8:48 to go in the second quarter, Firebirds up 13-7. Second PAT attempt from Adam Coop. And it is good. Free State 14. Shawnee Mission Northwest 7. We'll take a quick 1-minute break on 92.9 The Bull, bull929.com, and A10 Varsity.
Kurt Gieser State Farm Agency understands the importance of being a member in the Lawrence community and supporting local. They also understand the importance of supporting you in Lawrence, whether it's through the peace of mind you get with insurance or helping you with any financial questions or needs. Just like this high school broadcast, Kurt Gieser State Farm Agency will tackle any issues you need covered. Give Kurt and his team a call at 785-843-0003 or visit them online at www.kurtinsures.com.
Don't trust the biggest investment of your life to a part-time real estate agent. Trust the number one team in Lee Summit and the entire state, the Rob Ellerman Team. The Rob Ellerman Team is the number one real estate team in Missouri and number 12 nationally ranked in the U.S. with $1.5 billion in career sales. They are your real estate resource for buying or selling. They get you moving. Call anytime at 816-304-4434 or visit therobellermanteam.com. That's 816-304-4434 or anytime online. The Rob Ellerman Team, a proud supporter of Lee Summit Area High School athletics.
And A-10 varsity, 14-7 Firebirds. They kick it away. It's fielded by Oatis at about the 16-yard line. Trends toward the middle. Then he's going to be hit by a couple, including a big one to stamp him to the ground by Logan Crine. And with 8:42 to go in the second quarter, Shawnee Mission Northwest trails again by 7 with the football.
Nice job on the kick coverage. Everybody stays in their lanes. Make the kick returner turn it back to the middle where the help is, and then a couple of nice tackles. Northwest takes over.
Start at the 27-yard line. He's Craig Hershiser. I'm Derek Johnson. Well, Northwest had a 3-and-out last drive. Have two receivers to each side with Oatis the back, along with Reeder for that battery in the backfield. Reeder will give to Oatis. Big hole, cuts out to the right, but it's quickly filled, and he's knocked to the ground. Cooper Jackson helped bring him to the ground, along with Grant Gregory and Quez Lee. Gain of 3 for Oatis. Well, Oatis had all of 12 carries a season ago. You wouldn't know it tonight. He'll be the slot receiver nearest the quarterback to the right with trips to the right, 2 to the left. Faking a screen, or maybe nobody's open and nowhere to go. It's going to be a sack right around the line of scrimmage. Maybe ends up not being a sack as Reeder gets tumbled toward the line of scrimmage. He might have actually ended up gaining half a yard. He just couldn't find anybody, and the pocket collapsed.
Well, the importance of just staying with the play there as the Firebirds had actually pursued up the field, and they were beyond quarterback depth. But then as Reeder starts to move around a little bit, they're able to come back and make the tackle from behind, keeping that to be a very short gain.
Reeder throws out of the shotgun. It's bobbled and dropped by Jack Meelan. He was right near the first down sticks on a little comeback route, and that's going to bring up another 4th down from the 31. And if they do the pooch punt again, don't think Free State will be surprised this time.
Boy, 2 straight good sequences by the Firebird defense there.
By the way, don't think we ever got to the starting lineups on this end. It's Reeder at quarterback, Oatis at running back, Meelan, Ganapini, Rogers, and Crafton are the receivers, with Crafton, the lone non-senior there. He's a junior. This will be another pooch punt. It hits off the center for Shawnee Mission Northwest. Then it's covered at the 23-yard line. And this will be Free State football right outside the red zone.
You know, sometimes you outsmart yourself, Derek.
It's too close to the line of scrimmage.
I mean, honestly, Free State had a man back to punt return that time. Okay, they fool me once, good job. But, you know, now Free State has a guy back, and they're still in that offensive formation, and you wind up kicking the ball off your own teammate. So, you know what? It works once, great. After that, line up in punt formation and get your kick away.
Well, that center is Kyle Farks. The other starters for Northwest, we'll get the defensive starters back when Free State's out there, but Elijah Aguirre, Caden Pennywell, Carter Walsh, and Cody Meelan around Farks at center. So back comes the Free State offense. Deneen will drop back from the left hash. He'll fire an out route. It's behind the receiver and knocked to the ground.
Boy.
Well, it was a bit behind Patch, and he just got a hand on it. Otherwise, Meelan might have had a clean interception.
Yeah, might have. Patchen was open. The ball was just misdelivered well behind the intended receiver. You know, a little better footwork, stop and plant and deliver, and you might well have a first down right now. But as it is, just lucky to avoid the interception.
2nd and 10 from the 23-yard line of Shawnee Mission Northwest. Free State at the left hash. 7:15 in the quarter, up 14-7. Pistol formation, Cleveland, the tailback behind Deneen. Two receivers right with the tight end that way as well, the one to their left. Deneen, the QB sweep to the right, turns up the field inside the 20. Deneen again bursts through, and Jet Deneen, is he in? He's by the corner. He's in for another touchdown. This one not as long as the other, but still a 23-yard scanter by Jet Deneen, and he's in with 7:04 to go to make it 20-7.
He looked all the world like he was bottled up out there on the edge, but then just a nice little move back to the inside, a cutback. And this time it's not so much his speed as his elusiveness that gets him into the end zone. Free State living large on big plays tonight.
20-7 the score. Another PAT to come for Adam Coop. It's up. It's got the length. And it is good. 21-7, 7:04 to go. Quick timeout on 929 The Bull, bull929.com, and A10 Varsity.
Hi, this is Matt Llewellyn from 23rd Street Brewery.
And this is Cole Mondi.
The biggest hitter in Lawrence High School football history.
Oh, whatever, Matt. But you know, my favorite play is going to the 23rd Street Brewery.
Oh, thanks, buddy. I'm glad you like it.
You know I love coming to the 23rd Street Brewery after every game and enjoying the prime rib sandwich.
And I love seeing you there, but I love seeing everyone there too. So join Cole and everyone else at 23rd Street Brewery after the game or anytime. The 23rd Street Brewery, 23rd and Castle.
High school sports fans, Trent Green here, and when I want the latest scores and news, there's only one place I go, 810varsity.com. Live scores, features, brackets, and even watch games live on the laptop, phone, or mobile device. Watch the Lee Summit, Blue Springs, and Park Hill schools, Blue Valleys, Olathes, Rockhurst, Miege, Lansing. The list goes on into Missouri and Kansas. And playoff broadcasts too, plus top 25, awards, and more. Check it out now, Kansas City's home for high school sports, 810varsity.com.
Receive the ball again, trailing 21-7 with 7:04 to go in the second quarter. Firebirds have gotten some big plays to take this lead. Craig Hershiser, Derek Johnson, the kickoff by Coop, fielded by Oatis. This is his best kickoff of the night. It's fielded at the 4-yard line. Oatis cuts up the middle, found a crease for a second, but then spun to the ground at the 28-yard line. 6:57 in the quarter. So Shawnee Mission Northwest scored on the first drive, but since then the Firebirds have been pretty solid defensively. What's been the biggest difference so far for Free State since that opening drive?
Jet Deneen. He's responsible for all three touchdowns, the 32-yard pass, the long 79-yard run, and then the one we just saw. And so it's been a Jet Deneen kind of night. I'm just sitting here, though, thinking and watching that kick coverage. You got to like the discipline on the coverage team here as they all stay in their lanes and just execute their job.
Reader, quick screen to the right to Meelan. Meelan to the outside, then jump steps back, sidesteps a few, and then he's knocked out of bounds. A lot of moves, and in the end, it ends up being a 6-yard gain.
You know, the game's kind of going along, Derek, in the end of the first quarter, 7-7. You're thinking, well, these teams look pretty evenly matched. And then all of a sudden, it just the momentum totally shifts in favor of the Firebirds. Defense gets a couple of 3-and-outs, a couple of runs by Jet Deneen, and now it's a 14-point lead at 21-7.
Right hash, about 6 minutes to go in the half. Two receivers each side. Fake to Oatis. Reader cuts to the left, and he is going to be knocked to the ground. Brian Lane had it read the whole way, and coming up as well to help stick him. He had some help from the defensive line, as well as Xavier McKnight. Well, McKnight, in mention of our injury report, brought to you by Advent Health Medical Group, Primary Care at Lawrence, formerly Family Medicine Associates. McKnight was thought of as being questionable for this game. So now a third down, pitch to the outside to Oatis, running him down, Brian Lane, and he's going to be short of the first down. Brian Lane is having quite the half on the defensive line.
Boy, he is. Man, great pursuit down the line of scrimmage, and not just from Lane, but his entire defensive team as they just run and chase down Oatis. Another 3 and out for the Firebird defense.
So it'll be 4th down and 4 from the 39-yard line.
Cougars in traditional punt formation right now.
After the last one, not wanting to give up another short field. Firebirds with the chance to try to blow this one open on this drive, looking to be safe on the return here. The punt hits at the 42, takes a backward hop from the Cougars' perspective, and it's going to be touched at the 46.5. That's where Free State will take over on their own end with 5:08 to go.
Boy, that is an unlucky bounce for Shawnee Mission Northwest. The punt wasn't very long anyway, but if you get the right bounce out of it, you could get maybe 10 more yards anyway on the net. But as it is now, Free State takes over on their own 47. Fairly short field for the Firebirds.
So Free State looking to go on a 21-0 run here. They've scored the last 2 touchdowns after Northwest tied it up. And they've been big plays. A 79-yard touchdown by Jet Deneen, a 24-yard touchdown by Jet Deneen, both with his legs. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Ash Cleveland, again, the tailback. Deneen takes a chest-high snap, gives to Cleveland, and not much room for him. He was met in the backfield. By the time his forward momentum left forward, he got about a yard. It was Aaron Jackson who's had an active night for Shawnee Mission Northwest.
Not much of a gain there, but you still got to like what Dash Cleveland did. He was met in the backfield. So Northwest was playing in the offensive backfield of Free State, but still, he keeps his shoulders square to the line of scrimmage, his feet moving, manages to churn out a yard.
2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Give to Cleveland again. Sidesteps 1, burst forward, carrying defenders. And he's right near the first down mark.
So similar kind of scenario. This time he gets a little better push from his offensive line, but again, shoulder square. It's all about pad level as he gets a little bit lower than the defenders, and that creates some leverage for him. And so he's a strong kid at 180. And so he's able to drive the pile a little bit. And so now we're left with a 3rd and 1. And playbook's wide open right now. This 3rd and 1, and from this spot on the field, you can call anything you want.
Yeah, it's probably 4-down territory, too, with the 44 from the left hash. He gives it to Tay Ware. Nobody was there up the middle. He bounces it to the left side, opposite of the play, gets the first down. Then he's going to be spun up in the air and down, but not before a big play for Tay Ware. So Ware, the 5'9 junior, didn't find any room up the middle, and just good vision there.
The previous 2 calls are, running right behind the guards. 3rd call, same, still, pretty much straight ahead football. And so Northwest crashes down, and Ware quick enough to make a move and bounce to the outside, pick up quite a few extra yards.
Ware remains in at running back. They've got 3 guys they really trust with Cleveland, Farrell, and Ware. Obviously, running back depth was tested last year, and there's going to be a whistle, a flag. This is going to be a false start. It looked like one of the Northwest defensive linemen kind of flinched forward, but he never crossed the line of scrimmage, so it wouldn't be an offside, and that might have got a Free State player to move, which, again, there's nothing wrong with doing that for the Cougars. So it'll move Free State back 5 yards to about the 41-yard line, and it'll be 1st and 15.
So we'll see how the Firebirds respond to that. That can be kind of a momentum breaker, as they had a pretty good rhythm going right there. So now we'll just see how well they come back now. 1st and 15, 3:05 left in the first half.
And Free State, if they could score right before the half, that would be quite the hit to the jugular against Shawnee Mission Northwest. Cougars looking to really hold here toward the end of this half. Appelle in motion from left to right, 2 receivers to the right, and now a whistle and a timeout for Free State. We'll take a quick 30-second break with them with 2:48 to go in the half. Free State 21, Shawnee Mission Northwest 7 on 929 The Bull and 810 Varsity.
Trust the biggest investment of your life to a part-time real estate agent. Trust the #1 team in Lee Summit and the entire state, the Rob Ellerman Team. The Rob Ellerman Team is the #1 real estate team in Missouri and number 12 nationally ranked in the U.S. with $1.5 billion in career sales. They are your real estate resource for buying or selling. They get you moving. Call anytime at 816-304-4434 or visit therobellermanteam.com. That's 816-304-4434 or anytime online. The Rob Ellerman Team, a proud supporter of Lee Summit area high school athletics.
Welcome back in on 810 Varsity 92.9 The Bull and Bull929.com. Again, the Lawrence games over on KLWN and 810 Varsity. We'll give you score update on that at halftime at our 23rd Street Brewery halftime report. We'll also try to update you on some stats. With Craig Hershiser, I'm Derek Johnson. Richie Boswell back in studio. So 1st and 15 here for the Firebirds. Kevin Stewart was not happy with his team on that one.
No, the cap came off. There was a few arm gestures, guys saying, "Hurry up and get over here." So I think not only did he have to get the play call and the formation correct, he might have had maybe a little motivational thing to say too.
Deneen gives off to the tailback. This is Tay Ware. Tay Ware finds an opening. Ware inside the 15. Ware inside the 5.
Wow.
Touchdown, Tay Ware, right out of the timeout. Not many third-string running backs can do that.
Impressive run by Tay Ware. A couple of cutbacks. Again, they're kind of probing that interior of the line. He bounces out, then cuts it back. Nice downfield blocking. I think the line has done a nice job on this series of establishing themselves, and where, again, Free State living on the big play, and that's a huge run for a touchdown.
41 yards for Tay Ware, just weaving between defenders, and with 2:38 to go, the PAT from Coop is spun with a tight spiral between the uprights. 28-7 now the count with 2.5 to play in the first half. We'll take another timeout here on 929 The Bull, Bull929.com, and 810 Varsity.
State Farm Agency understands the importance of being a member in the Lawrence community and supporting local. They also understand the importance of supporting you in Lawrence, whether it's through the peace of mind you get with insurance or helping you with any financial questions or needs. Just like this high school broadcast, Kurt Gieser State Farm Agency will tackle any issues you need covered. Give Kurt and his team a call at 785-843-0003 or visit them online at www.kurtinsures.com.
The Bull, Bull929.com, and 810 Varsity. As Free State up 28-7. $21 unanswered for the Firebirds after Northwest equalized the score. And Oatis, along with Rogers, back to return the kick for the Cougars, looking to get some momentum back their way for the home team. It'll go into the end zone.
Good kick there.
Every kickoff's gotten progressively further.
Each one better. That was a nice, strong kick all the way to the goal line.
They'll start at the 25-yard line. The 1st and 10, 2:38 to go. Free State's out of timeouts. Northwest still has 2, should they need them here over the final moments of this one.
Well, we don't think Kevin Stewart necessarily wanted to use that last timeout, but whatever he discussed during the timeout seemed to work, because the very next play was the long run by Ware for touchdown. Let's see if this defense can produce another 3 and out. I think they're working on. I think they're coming off of 3 straight. 3 straight
for Free State.
Yeah.
Reeder stepping up into the pocket, evading lane, throws to the left in traffic, and triple coverage. It's still came down with by Alex Rogers. And that'll be a first down. They'll move the chains. Gain of 11.
Well, that's a nice throw and catch there as Reeder buys himself a little time rolling out, and then I think, was that Malin on the catch?
Yeah, that was actually Malin. I thought it was Rogers.
Yeah, and he found a first down depth.
Snap is on the dirt. It's covered by Reeder, who has to dive, but that is a huge blow for Shawnee Mission Northwest. That's going to lose them 10.
Yeah, that's a lot of lost yardage and burning up that first down as well. So now you're looking at 2nd and 20 and not where you want to be when you're down by 3 scores.
Yeah, 2nd and 20 from the 21-yard line. They got to get to the 41. Under 2 minutes to go in the half. Reeder drops back out of an empty set, rolls to the right with pressure. Pressure coming from Newhouse. He evades out to the outside. Nobody there. Now throws downfield. It's intercepted by the Firebirds inside the 40, and it's picked off. The play made by Jet Deneen. Well, there seems to be some discussion. And Jet Deneen with another huge play. There is a flag down on the field at the line of scrimmage. Got out at about the 37, 38-yard line. And that'll be illegal man downfield on the offense, so that's declined. It'll be Free State football at the 38-yard line. Jet Deneen with the interception. That ends the drive, and now with 1:48, even with no timeouts, Free State's still cooking to try to get some more points.
As well they could. Jet Deneen from his safety position. You know, Reeder rolling out to the right as he had to do, which is fine. He's escaping pressure, but it cuts the field down by half, maybe even by 2/3, and so Deneen is able to just come over from his safety spot, play that, get in the passing lane, and make the interception.
Yeah, I thought that was going to be one where he was just going to throw it away. But instead, Deneen with the great play. Now the play action. Deneen steps up into a good pocket, throws downfield. It's overthrown and just missed the hands of Ganapini. It was slightly tipped by Willits, and that might have done enough to prevent Ganapini from intercepting it.
Well, another post route, as we've seen a couple of times tonight, just breaking the route off right in front of the secondary man. For a lot of the night, I think the Cougars have been playing kind of soft, kind of a soft coverage.
Out route by Deneen to Patchen, catches it, and he breaks through the DB. Inside the 20, Patchen inside the 5. He's tossed out of bounds. How about that one for Jake Patchen?
Yeah, good play by Jake Patchen. And again, when your coverage is kind of soft, you can make those catches in front of defenders, and then if you, as Patchen showed a little bit there, of elusiveness, also bouncing off a tackle, you can make some big yards after the catch.
That's a gain of 33 yards to the 5-yard line. It's 1st and goal, and he's out of bounds, too. So this clock stopped at 1:34. Give up the middle, goes to Dylan Farrell. Farrell fighting, and now he's going to be stopped away. It's only a gain of a yard for Farrell. And this will actually allow Free State to run a bit of clock so that they don't have to give it back to Northwest with as much time, if any at all. Well, you wondered how this Firebird team was going to come out after last year, a odd year where they dealt with COVID and injury. They were playing a backup tight end at offensive line at one point. They were down to their 4th-string running back at one point. They went 0-6. They played a very difficult schedule. It was top 5 teams in 5A, 6A every year. As Deneen gives off to Cleveland, he is smothered in the backfield. He actually got away from it. Now Deneen was up there by him. Maybe thought he was going to throw a block, but he is not going to. And Cleveland brought down behind the line of scrimmage. Under 40 seconds to go as Cleveland down at the 6. And now a player down for Northwest. That'll stop the clock with 36 seconds. We'll keep it right here. So a loss of 2 there for Dash Cleveland. But I'll say this, after all that they went through from last year to come out here, and you start 7-7, you don't know where this one's going to go. The way they've responded from then on has shown that last year seems to be more of an aberration.
Derek, during the preseason preview of the Firebirds, I heard Coach Stewart say something like, you don't have to be perfect, but you do have to be prepared and competitive. And so I think we've seen a team here tonight that, is kind of living up to that. They're not perfect. It's first game of the year, of course not. But they are prepared and they are competitive, and it shows on the scoreboard right now at 28-7. And again, I'll reference a little conversation I had with a couple of players today as I was at Free State. And, they were very upbeat, very positive about tonight's game, the preparation that they had done during the off season, the practice that they'd accomplished, once fall sports began, and they felt like there was a real good feeling around the whole team, and it was a real sense of really playing for each other, and so I think we're seeing that tonight. Obviously, they're lined up and ready to go.
Yeah, they are. So a player down right now for Northwest who's being checked on, and hope he's all right. Where things stand, and we'll get you that number when we can. Right now, a huddle of players around him, and this is a scary moment here. But 36.2 seconds to go. Free State 28, Shawnee Mission Northwest 7. It'll be a 3rd and goal whenever we do resume play. Here on 92.9 The Bull, bull929.com, and 810 Varsity. So player down. Hopefully this isn't anything that requires someone to come in, but lots of bodies around. We're going to take a minute timeout here as we see what's going on the field. This is Free State versus Shawnee Mission Northwest on 92.9 The Bull and bull929.com, along with 810 Varsity.
No matter what your goals are, competing at the next level, participating in a local 5K, or leading your team to state, the Sports Medicine Center at Children's Mercy is here to provide comprehensive 360-degree care for student athletes. Performance training, injury prevention, rehab services, nutrition, mental wellness, surgery, and more. It's not just about the next goal or the one after that. It's about supporting a lifetime of sport and helping every student athlete play healthy.
High school sports fans, Trent Green here, and when I want the latest scores and news, there's only one place I go, 810varsity.com. Live scores, features, brackets, and even watch games live on the laptop, phone, or mobile device. Watch the Lee Summit, Blue Springs, and Park Hill schools, Blue Valleys, Olathes, Rockhurst, Miege, Lansing. The list goes on and on into Missouri and Kansas. And playoff broadcasts too, plus top 25, awards, and more. Check it out now, Kansas City's home for high school sports, 810varsity.com.
Obviously more to worry about here than the score of the game or what's going on the field. So it looks like Adrian Elson, number 57, the 5'11", 255-pound junior, is the one who's down. And Bo Black, the coach, has his team circled around him, just talking to him. Free State's going to do the same. We're going to take another time out here with the injury. We'll be back after this. This is 929 The Bull, bull929.com, and 810 Varsity.
Kurt Gieser State Farm Agency understands the importance of being a member in the Lawrence community and supporting local. They also understand the importance of supporting you in Lawrence, whether it's through the peace of mind you get with insurance or helping you with any financial questions or needs. Just like this high school broadcast, Kurt Gieser State Farm Agency will tackle any issues you need covered. Give Kurt and his team a call at 785-843-0003 or visit them online at www.kurtinsures.com.
Sigler Pharmacy Health Update. With flu season upon us during the COVID-19 pandemic, it's doubly important to lessen the risk for getting the flu by scheduling a flu vaccination. In a typical year, flu season occurs from fall to early spring. The symptoms that come with the flu can keep you bedridden for a week or more. Prevention is key, and getting an annual flu vaccine is the best way to help protect you against flu. Schedule your flu vaccination online at SiglerPharmacy.com. Sigler Pharmacy cares about
School sports fans, Trent Green here, and when I want the latest scores and news, there's only one place I go, 810varsity.com. Live scores, features, brackets, and even watch games live on the laptop, phone, or mobile device. Watch the Lee Summit, Blue Springs, and Park Hill schools, Blue Valleys, Olathes, Rockhurst, Miege, Lansing. The list goes on and on into Missouri and Kansas. And playoff broadcasts too, plus top 25, awards, and more. Check it out now, Kansas City's home for high school sports, 810varsity.com.
For more than 20 years, Family Medicine Associates has been providing expert-friendly primary care in Lawrence. Beginning this fall, a new affiliation with Advent Health, the region's premier faith-based health system, marks the start of many more decades of caring for the Lawrence community. With a whole-person approach to health and wellness, the providers at Advent Health Medical Group Primary Care at Lawrence are here when you need care. For details, visit adventhealthkc.com/primary care.
92.9 FM The Bull, bull929.com, and with 810 Varsity, we're still down. Again, Adrian Elson, the junior, has been down for quite some time now, and not sure what the injury was. There was kind of a scrum of players in the middle, so you couldn't really see what happened, but just hope that he's okay. Well, right now they've turned the clock off for the half, and they've put it up to 15 minutes in the third quarter. So we are wondering here if they've just basically said, hey, let's just go to halftime. No clue what's going to happen from here. Just, again, very hopeful for Adrian Elson and his family and everybody that he'll be all right here. Free State 28, Shawnee Mission Northwest 7. Obviously that not important at this point. Yet to see a stretcher or an ambulance or anything come out. And right now the Firebirds are down by the end zone on one side of the field, all kneeling down or sitting to the ground, whereas Shawnee Mission Northwest all at their sideline, kneeling down and sitting Craig Hershiser, Derek Johnson. Thank you to everybody joining us here. They're joining us on 92.9 The Bull, bull929.com, or with 810 Varsity. A update over from Lawrence High is at halftime there, and the Chesty Lions are leading Olathe East 14-0. Truman Julesgaard, the quarterback there, with a rushing and passing touchdown. So as it stands right now here, looks like we are technically in halftime. And again, just hoping for the best for this young man, Adrian Elson, the junior at 5 foot.
no matter what your goals are. Competing at the next level, participating in a local 5K, or leading your team to state. The Sports Medicine Center at Children's Mercy is here to provide comprehensive 360-degree care for student athletes. Performance training, injury prevention, rehab services, nutrition, mental wellness, surgery, and more. It's not just about the next goal or the one after that. It's about supporting a lifetime of sport and helping every student athlete play healthy. no matter what your goals are. Competing at the next level, participating in a local 5K, or leading your team to state. The Sports Medicine Center at Children's Mercy is here to provide comprehensive 360-degree care for student athletes. Performance training, injury prevention, rehab services, nutrition, mental wellness, surgery, and more. It's not just about the next goal or the one after that. It's about supporting a lifetime of sport and helping every student athlete play healthy.
As Shawnee Mission Northwest trailing Free State 28-7 with Craig Hershiser. I'm Derek Johnson. Richie Boswell back in studio. Firebirds on a 21-0 run as we begin the second half of action. Free State received the opening kickoff in the first half, so they'll be kicking off. Or at least I thought. It looks like. Okay, so they might end up. I mentioned this before half.
Yeah.
I wonder. There were still 36 seconds left when Adrian Elson went down and was carted off.
Yeah.
Free State was down at the 7 or 6 yard line with a 3rd and goal. And they just went to halftime, so I guess they're going to resume play.
Yeah, sorry, Derek, for interrupting, but that would be the appropriate thing to do. Firebirds do have a 3rd and goal with 30-some seconds left to go, and they do have an opportunity to score, and you can't just wipe that off. So an odd thing, we've never seen this before, but you know, the officials did a good job there, and I think the medical staff did a nice job of exercising every precaution there.
Yeah, absolutely.
As you would have to do.
So technically we're in the second quarter with 36.2 seconds to go, but there will not be another halftime break. So it'll go straight from the second quarter to the third quarter, except it won't be like the third quarter to fourth where you can continue your drive, I would assume. Okay, so Free State with a 3rd and goal at the 6. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left, 28-7 the score. As we resume play, Dash Cleveland, the tailback behind Jet Deneen. Extra blockers out to the left side on the hash. Get ready to resume play, and a flag is thrown. This is going to be against Shawnee Mission Northwest for jumping offside. And they'll move Free State to the 3 yard line. Free State has no timeouts, so if they were to have a running play and get stuffed, I mean, 36 seconds, there'd still be plenty of time to get back up, run another play, but they couldn't kind of lollygag, so to speak.
Lollygag. Lollygag. Okay.
Word of the day.
Yeah. You ever watch Bull Durham?
Yes, sir.
Okay. If you lollygag, you know what that makes you. A lollygagger.
All right, so 36.2 seconds in the half. 3rd and goal from the 3 yard line for the Firebirds. Cleveland is behind Jet Deneen. Deneen drops back a pass, steps up with pressure. Deneen scrambling around, dives forward. He is going to be stopped short. It'll be a gain of 2 for Deneen. The clock under 30 seconds to go, and they'll have to hurry right now. Deneen quickly to the line of scrimmage. Looking around, down to 20 seconds to go. Deneen gets the snap off with 18. Speed option to left, teaks it himself on 4th and goal. He's stuffed at the line, but powers his way in. And Jet Deneen is in for his 3rd rushing touchdown, 4th total touchdown of the game. And that comes after he had an interception. And it's 34-7 with 14.8 seconds to go in the half.
Well, the senior quarterback having himself quite a night, offensively and defensively. I suspect they probably had 2 plays called, knew exactly what they were going to go into if they didn't score on that first play that they ran. So the kids did a nice job getting lined up appropriately and getting set and then executing the play.
PAT is through the uprights, and that'll make it 35-7 coming from the leg of Adam Coop. 14.8 seconds to go. We'll keep it right here.
That was a strong kick right there.
Yes, it was. That was a big boots to fill. I mean, both literally and figuratively for Joey Wood. He was such a good kicker the last couple of years.
Yep.
For the Firebirds. I mean, it's such a weapon to be able to, you know, basically once you get to the 30-yard line, you're in scoring range. And it looks like they're just going to run the clock down for the end of the half. I think given that there'd only be 14 seconds left, I think Shawnee Mission Northwest is just saying, hey, we'll just start with the ball in the third quarter technically. And it looks like that's what they did. So clock went down to 0. 35-7, I guess, will officially be the halftime score for this one. And now we'll get the third quarter kickoff after this ensues. Our halftime report was brought to you by 23rd Street Brewery, open daily from 11:30 to 10:30, from the Bill Self Mac and Cheese to the Haney Turkey Stack or the Hank Booth Burger. They've got delicious food. And check out the patio before it gets too cool and the warm weather runs out. So we enter the third quarter now, 35-7. Free State in front. Scratch that. They're actually going to put it back on the board at 15 seconds. Looks like they were running it down, but the official was not having it. So they will finish out the technical second quarter. This has been quite the whirlwind of a game, especially for a first one. I don't remember it being this crazy, Craig.
No, typically not, of course. But the referees have had a challenge here to try to figure out how to administer this last little bit of the first half. And so I think good job by them.
Kickoff by Coop, fielded by Oatis at the 10. Cuts in at the 15, trying to bounce outside at the 20, and he's brought to the turf.
Boy, again, just a really nice job, Derek. You see those guys all showing a lot of lane discipline, executing their job. And sometimes on kickoffs, there's just this great temptation to everybody run to the ball. And that's when you see a guy get outside the contain and go down the sideline for a touchdown. But these kids have done a really nice job of kick coverage.
I believe that was Aiden McLennan on the tackle on special teams. So now 9.1 seconds to go. Shawnee Mission Northwest has 2 timeouts this half, and Free State will play kind of a prevent defense. Reeder will hand off to Oatis, finds a streak up the middle, then he's brought down at the 30-yard line with 3 seconds, and Shawnee Mission Northwest takes the timeout. With 3 seconds, a 10-yard gain and a first down. And I guess there was no timeout. It was just a stoppage for the first down mark, maybe?
Yeah, it looks like they stopped the clock just at the end of that run. Get the ball set, get the chain set, and then those last 3 seconds ran off. So now Free State, to start the second half, will kick off again.
All right, so 12 minutes to go now in the third.
Yep.
35-7, Firebirds in front. That'll be the official halftime score. And Oatis finishes the half at 9 carries for 28. Jet Deneen is the leading rusher with 9 for 145 and 3 touchdowns, also 79 passing yards to lead the way. Ganapini, the leading receiver for Shawnee Mission Northwest with a 42-yard grab, the lone receiving touchdown. That went to Jordan Brown from 32 yards out. With Craig Hershiser, I'm Derek Johnson as we begin the third quarter. Eventually got here. Richie Boswell back in studio. We're on 92.9 The Bull, bull929.com. And at 8:10 Varsity, you can catch the end of the LHS game over on KLWN. Another kickoff attempt. This got to be tough. He just sprinted down the field, so
yeah.
Testing the off-season conditioning after moments ago having a kickoff. Oatis fields it inside his 10. Oatis cuts up the middle just by the 25 and falls to the ground at the 28-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Oatis for Shawnee Mission Northwest has handled the ball a lot, and that means he's been tackled a lot tonight, Derek. So we'll see how he holds up here in the second half.
11 touches just from scrimmage, but to your point, that doesn't even count the kick returns.
Yep.
You're talking about 5 or 6 more or so. High snap to Reeder, gives off Oatis, another touch for him, and he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Colton Berger was there. No gain on the play. Berger's had himself a nice game.
You said 11 offensive touches. It seemed like more.
2 catches, 9 carries. That was his 10th.
Yeah, seemed like more.
But yeah, if you think about it, Free State with 5 touchdowns, so they'd be kicking off 5 times, and then that last one, that'd be 6 more kick returns.
Yep.
So you're talking about, 18 touches now. High snap again to Reeder. QB power straight up the middle, and he's cut down. Again, there's Colton Berger. This time it'll gain a few up to the 34-yard line for gain of 5. So Reeder with 8 yards now on 5 carries and a touchdown. Of course, he lost 10 on a bad snap, which technically goes to him, though not his fault. 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right from the right hash. Reeder out of the empty set, throws over the middle, and he's got a first down to Jack Milan at the 43-yard line, so a gain of 9 yards on the connection.
Well, a good route by Malin, good delivery by Reeder, so nice throw and catch for a first down, but and they found a seam in the defense. But here's what's important, Derek. No yards after the catch. 2 guys are right there ready to tackle him.
Look at this set. 3 receivers stacked directly in a line behind each other to the right, 1 to the left. The tailback in Oatis is to the left of Reeder. Another high snap, quick screen out right. It's well overthrown, out of bounds.
Oh, boy.
Was it behind the line of scrimmage? I don't believe so, or behind where he threw it, so it'll just be an incompletion. So Shawnee Mission Northwest lost their starting quarterback, lost their starting running back, and lost their top 2 receivers from a season ago. That all those players they lost, that accounted for 233 of their 235 passes, 192 of their 205 runs, and 89 of their 172 receptions. Dropping back is Reeder. Pressure comes around him. He swarms out, gets to the right side of the pocket. Nobody's open downfield. Now he takes it himself, slips one, spins by another, and he's brought to the ground. It was Josiah Nash getting his hands on the legs to hold him down, and it's a gain of 4 in the end.
Pretty good run by Reeder. He had a lot of time as he was rolling out to the right, to the wide side of the field, but clearly he couldn't find anybody downfield to deliver the football, and so makes the most of it. Again, Free State with good pursuit and wrapping him up after a 4-yard gain.
3rd and 6 for Shawnee Mission Northwest at their own 47-yard line. They got to get to the Free State 47. Under 9.5 to play here in the third quarter. Free State up 35-7. Reeder from the right hash, and a flag is thrown. And a delay of game going to be called against Shawnee Mission Northwest. And that'll move them back. And you can't have those on 3rd down. Any down, but especially in a situation like that, you move from 3rd and medium to now 3rd and long.
Yeah, and, talking about contributing factors to an ulcer for a head coach, something like that.
Well, there's been a couple of those moments tonight with the running into the kicker.
Yep.
Empty set. Newhouse gets some pressure. Now it's thrown downfield by Reeder, and just unable to come back to the football is Milan. It was thrown back to him near the sideline as he was rolling to his left. And that'll bring up 4th down and 11.
Derek, I don't know if there was any kind of stunt or move up front, but what I saw was Newhouse just bull rushing his man and just fighting through the block. Again, pad level makes such a difference, but Newhouse doing a great job of putting pressure on the quarterback from up the middle.
Yeah, Newhouse committed to Tulsa after this year, a senior. He's been up with varsity since he was a youngster. And he's on the offensive line as well. Snap is dropped by the punter. He takes a hit as he punts it away. Not sure what the call can be on that because he was punting as he was getting hit, so I don't believe that can be roughing.
There's no call there. If you drop the snap or if the snap goes over your head, it's live ball. So I don't believe there can be any roughing or running into the kicker because all bets are off when the snap is mishandled for one reason or the other.
So it's just an 8-yard punt, and Free State will take over at the 50-yard line. Out at the midfield at the left hash 8:54 to go in the third, up 35-7. Well, the starters again for Free State on the line: Clements, Newhouse, Gorley, Young, and Lohnert. Deneen is the quarterback. He gives off to, that was Tay Ware actually, and he's going to lose 4 yards, stuffed behind the line of scrimmage. That was Aaron Jackson on defense for Northwest.
Boy, swallowed up, and I got to say, Free State got a favorable spot out of that play because it sure looked like he lost more than looks like 3 yards at their second and 14, so I guess he lost 4, but that's what happens when the other team plays in your backfield.
2nd and 13. They have caused some disruption like that. Here's Cleveland trying to roll around to the right, cuts back as he finds a hole, and works his way just past the initial line of scrimmage, a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 3rd and 9.
Okay, good work there. Again, patient run, absorbing a little contact and still continuing to get yards. So he picks up 5, makes it a 3rd and 9. And again, on a 2nd and long, coach deciding, we're not gonna worry about the passing attack. Let's just keep handing the ball off. We'll see what he does here with 3rd and 9.
Deneen so far in the air with 79 yards. He's hit some big plays. 1 receiver right, 2 to the left, 2 backs near him. He drops back, throws over the middle on the post route. It's completed for a 1st down and plenty more for Jake Patchen, his 2nd grab of the game, and he's down at the 27-yard line.
They're liking that post route tonight, so they've seen something from game film, and during their preparation that they've said, we can run that route, we can run it in front of defenders, and our guys at their size should be able to catch the ball.
And for Patchen, his 2nd grab so far of the game, had a 33-yarder earlier. That was more yard after catch. This one just through the air on the strike from Deneen. To the 27, 1st and 10. Deneen, 2 backs, 1 to his left, 1 to his right. He gives it off and nowhere to go for Dash Cleveland. Immediately stopped at the line.
Notice a different offensive set here to start the 2nd half. First half they were all pistol. Now in the 2nd half they've gone with 2 backs in the backfield, 1 on each side of the quarterback, Deneen.
Yeah, those running backs, Cleveland and Ware. Cleveland was the starter. The starting receivers tonight were Brown, Willett, and Apelle. For Northwest, their starters were Berlin, Jackson, Farks, and Elson, who are injury report brought to you by Advent Medical Group. Primary care at Lawrence, formerly Family Medicine Associates. Elson was the one carted off. You hope he's all right. Ware gets the carry up the middle and bounces up to the 25-yard line for a couple yards. Well, don't wait till you get sick to schedule a doctor's appointment. Advent Health Medical Group, primary care at Lawrence, formerly Family Medicine Associates, offers wellness checks, screenings, and others preventative care. Learn more at adventhealthkc.com/primary care. 3rd down and 8 for the Firebirds at the 25. They got to get down to the 17-yard line. Under 6 minutes to go in the third, up by 28. 3 receivers to the right. One's actually the tight end. Deneen, straight drop back. Blitz comes. He evades the middle rush, then runs out to the right. Cuts by another. He is going to get inside the 20 near the 1st down marker. We'll see where they mark it. A big-time scramble by Jet Deneen. And they're going to mark him just short. So it'll be 4th down and inches. All at the 17. Under 5 to play here in the third.
Back to the pistol set now.
Cleveland, the lone tailback behind him. 1 receiver left, 2 to the right. Pelle's the tight end, and he moved. I don't know if they saw it. It doesn't matter. They gave it off to the tailback, Cleveland, and he lost 2.5 yards. And the possession will switch to Shawnee Mission Northwest.
I was already anticipating the yardage appropriate for a 1st down, but good job there again by by those down linemen for Shawnee Mission to win the battle up front. And sometimes you talk about technique and execution and all that, but a lot of times in a football game, it just comes down to beating the guy across from you, and that's what Shawnee Mission Northwest did right there.
Take over with 4:46 to go in the third quarter from their own 20-yard line. Oatis, the back. Well, the starters for Northwest offensively as they give off to Oatis, finds a crease in the middle, tries to cut to the outside, but then he's found by Quez Lee. And it'll be a gain of about 6 yards there for Malik Oatis.
Number 13, Malik Oatis on the carry.
Starters for the Cougars, though, it was Reeder at quarterback, Oatis at running back, Meelan, Ganapani, Rogers, and Crafton at receiver. Then Aguirre, Pennywell, Farks, Walsh, and Meelan. Different Meelan. That's Cody as the right tackle, Jack as the receiver. Jack goes in motion, gets a fake, then it's flooded out right to Oatis. Oatis jukes by one at the 30, spins and stays up as he gets knocked out at the 32-yard line, but it's enough for a first down and a gain of 6.
Pass complete to number 13, Malik Oatis. He's knocked out of bounds at the 32-yard line. That's good for a Cougar first down.
Shawnee Mission Northwest moving up, under 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. Still at the right hash, 2 to the right, 2 to the left. Tailback Oatis to the right hip of Reeder. Defense for Free State, the starters were Thomas, Lewis, Newhouse, and Lane along the line. Berger, Nash, and Lee at the linebackers. And Jordan, Deneen, Gregory, and Jackson at the corner spots. Give to Oatis. Again, a big hole as he bursts through. And he's finally cut down right near the first down marker at the 42-yard line. And it looks like they're going to move the sticks. And that'll be another gain of 10 for Oatis. Well, he's gotten a lot of touches, but seems to be aging like a fine wine here. Getting better with time as this game goes on. Now he motions into the slot at the left for trips over there. Immediate quarterback powered by Reeder. He finds a huge stone wall with Brian Lane and Ty Newhouse up the middle. Quez Lee was also there, and he's going to lose about a yard or two.
Boy, they like that play, don't they? They've run that maybe 3 times this game, the quarterback draw. And not successful that time, however.
So a little stoppage here, 3:26 to go in the quarter.
Is that Reeder who came off the field?
Yeah, it is. I don't know if he lost his helmet again. That happened in the first quarter. I think it did. And, yeah, they're going to have him check on the helmet and try to get that thing tightened up. Actually, yeah, it is. So Reeder's to the left of his coaching staff, and they're going to again go Wildcat. This is what they did last time with Oatis. The back, it is 2nd and 12 from their own 40. Oatis, immediate sweep to the right, cuts up to the middle. Newhouse blew it up, as did Mihalchik. And another tackle for loss for the Firebirds. Gavin Blankard was in there.
Boy, Newhouse is a force, isn't he?
Another loss of 2. Yeah, he just causes so much disruption. I mean, you don't see that size all the time. High school football, 6'3", 285. So we got a timeout on the field from Shawnee Mission Northwest. We'll take one with them. 30-second break on 92.9 The Bull, bull929.com, and A10 Varsity.
Hi, this is Matt Llewellyn from 23rd Street Brewery.
And this is Cole Mondi.
The biggest hitter in Lawrence High School football history.
Oh, whatever, Matt. But my favorite play is going to the 23rd Street Brewery.
Oh, thanks, buddy. I'm glad you like it.
I love coming to the 23rd Street Brewery after every game and enjoying the prime rib sandwich.
And I love seeing you there. But I love seeing everyone there, too. So join Cole and everyone else at 23rd Street Brewery after the game or anytime. The 23rd Street Brewery, 23rd and Castle.
Craig Hershiser, I'm Derek Johnson. Richie Boswell in studio. 35-7, Firebirds in front. 2:48 to go in the third quarter. And for Shawnee Mission Northwest, they bring back on Blake Reeder. For he missed the snap, 3rd and 14. They got to get to the Firebirds 48. He fires over the middle, and it's going to be caught by Ganapini, who then falls forward for the first down. Big gain up to the Firebirds 45-yard line.
Cougars finding a little something here on this drive. They've reeled off 3 consecutive first downs, and Reeder playing well as he delivers the football on time and to the right guy for that big first down.
17 yards for the first down to the Firebirds, 45 on the little post route. And now Free State's going to be called for an offside. That's going to go against Blankard, who made that tackle on the previous play in the backfield. I initially thought it was Mahalchik, but it was Blankard. So this will move him up to the 40-yard line. So 1st and 5 for Northwest on the Free State 40 at the left hash. They'll give to Oetis. And he's going to be tackled around the ankle. Coming up was Berger to grab him, and then his teammates finished him off. I'll tell you what, Berger doesn't have the biggest size. He's 6 foot, 170 pounds, which for a linebacker, you'd think that looks more like a safety. But
right.
Every time I've seen him, he's making form tackles. He's grabbing guys where they can't run anymore. That actually ended up as a loss of a yard, and then he's allowing his teammates to come on and help him out. Drop back for Reeder from the left hash. Pressure comes. It's a screen to Oetis, but he dropped it. Not sure there was much room to go with anyway. He was immediately hit.
You know, you just talked about the tackling of Berger, and that is something that the Firebirds have been known for quite a while now. Their linebackers are typically big hitters and good tacklers. Mm-hmm. And, you know, they get to the football. They execute their reads exceptionally well as a general rule, and then they go out and they tackle the guy with the ball. They do a really nice job. Now I think tonight the defensive line has raised their game just a little bit as well too, as we've seen some guys up front be very, very disruptive.
3rd and 6, Reeder rolls to the right, now runs it himself, dives for the first down, and he got it. Right play by Reeder to take the hard contact on the hit by Nash, but he dove up in the air. And he gets up to the 33-yard line. Gain of 8 yards in the first down.
He's right down at the 33-yard line. That's good for a Cougar first down.
Reeder's been the guy on this drive. Timely runs, good passing, converting for first downs.
At the 33-yard line now. Reeder, the hard count, then looks to his sideline. Minute to go in the third quarter. His team trails by 28. Dropping back, Reeder, 3-step drop, rolls to his right, fires the out route. It's going to be caught for another solid gain to Peter Crafton. Crafton, the junior receiver. From the 33 to the 24, a gain of 9. It's Crafton's first grab of the game. And it brings up 2nd and 1 from the 24-yard line. Clock for some reason stopped at 53 seconds here. From the right hash, it's a little shovel up. This will be a pass to the man in motion, Rogers, who eventually finds the edge enough to go forward and pick up another first down. He gets up to the 18-yard line, a gain of 6 for Rogers. That's the easiest pass in the world for a quarterback to complete. The reason they do that instead of handing it off so that if you drop it, it's just an incompletion.
Yep.
And now a timeout. It's going to come. Well, there's a Free State player who's tying his shoe, so they'll just stop it while that occurs. It was Quez Lee. Well, Shawnee Mission Northwest 6-2 a year ago, lost to Blue Valley North in the second round. Reeder, quick screen out to the right to Oetis, catches at the 25, runs inside the 20, runs into his own blocker, and that sends him to the ground with Free State there to help finish him off. And in the end, it's just a gain of a yard.
You know, I've talked about patient runs and letting the guys up front execute their blocks for you. And I think there's a case where Oatis wasn't patient and was trying to make a move, but he's making his move right up the back of his blocker.
So 3 straight completions to end the quarter for Blake Reeder. We'll head into the fourth quarter. Free State up 35-7 on 929 The Bull, bull929.com, and 810 Varsity.
More than 20 years, Family Medicine Associates has been providing expert-friendly primary care in Lawrence. Beginning this fall, a new affiliation with Advent Health, the region's premier faith-based health system, marks the start of many more decades of caring for the Lawrence community. With a whole-person approach to health and wellness, the providers at Advent Health Medical Group Primary Care at Lawrence are here when you need care. For details, visit adventhealthkc.com/primary care.
Don't trust the biggest investment of your life to a part-time real estate agent. Trust the #1 team in Lee Summit and the entire state, the Rob Ellerman Team. The Rob Ellerman Team is the #1 real estate team in Missouri and number 12 nationally ranked in the U.S. with $1.5 billion in career sales. They are your real estate resource for buying or selling. They get you moving. Call anytime at 816-304-4434 or visit therobellermanteam.com. That's 816-304-4434 or anytime online. The Rob Ellerman Team, a proud supporter of Lee Summit area high school athletics.
Bull929.com, 35-7. Firebirds in front as we start the fourth quarter of action. Neither team scored in the third quarter, but Shawnee Mission Northwest is threatening. They have a 2nd and 9 in the red zone at the 18-yard line. 4 receivers to the right, dropping back. Reeder, they'll throw fade to left. It's intercepted. Cooper Jackson at the 10. Cooper Jackson, room in front of him, past the 30. Cooper Jackson into enemy territory, cuts back on Reeder inside the 40. Cooper Jackson inside the 30, and the former basketball player turned football star at the corner position, Cooper Jackson, with the 90-yard pick six.
Derek, that is one of the longest pick sixes you will see at just about any level. What an impressive, well, first of all, great break on the ball, okay? He reads the route, makes a nice break on the ball, good timing, and then the run afterwards. I thought when he took off down the sideline, I thought it was going to be an easy score, but Northwest had the angle, so a nice cutback to get into the end zone by Cooper Jackson. Big play, huge play.
And I should mention, I said former basketball player. It's football season, but he still plans on playing basketball. Yeah. So I don't want to worry Sam Stroh or anything. 41-7. Firebirds in front after the Jackson Electric play. Another PAT to come. Off the foot through the uprights. And a 7-for-7 day for Aries Nelson.
Well, it'll be interesting to see how Northwest comes back from that because they had a nice drive going. They were managing the clock, running the football fairly effectively, nice passing, very timely completions, and then disaster with the pick six. Not just an interception, but an interception and a return for touchdown.
Yep, 42-7. Craig Hershiser, I'm Derek Johnson. 11:42 to go. You're on 929 The Bull, bull929.com, 810 Varsity. Keeping it right here as Free State gets ready for the fourth quarter kickoff. See if we can get you a score from the LHS game. Looks like Olathe East is on the scoreboard there. They're midway through the fourth quarter. Lawrence High up 28-7. Well, you knew when Clint Bowen, former defensive coordinator, came over to Lawrence High, you knew defense was probably going to be something that, worked out well for them. They're holding good offense to 7 points. Here comes the kickoff. 7 for 7 on the day on PATs for Adam Coop. Well, on kickoff, so Oatis at the 10-yard line fields it. At the 20, Wayne's inside to the 25. Flag is thrown, and he's wrapped up around the ankles, spun to the ground for the special teams tackle by Wesley Edison.
You know, we've talked about the gang tackling for Free State, but tonight, on that kickoff return right there, beautiful open field one-on-one tackle by Edison against a pretty fast and shifty return man. So, again, the form tackle. Beautiful.
Edison is the backup will linebacker to Colton Berger, 6'2", 180 sophomore. Another one in the lineage for that linebacker core. I mean, to your point that you were talking about earlier with the linebackers, is the holding is going to bring them back to the 13. But you think about all these guys that have gone on to other schools as well.
Yeah.
I mean, Jax Deneen was playing linebacker. Now he's a fullback in college. Malik Berry is at the JUCO level. He was a linebacker and kind of a safety as well. Joe Deneen, obviously. I mean, Bryce Tornadin was kind of a safety linebacker hybrid. You think of a couple guys who have gone on to Baker, the Squirlows.
Yeah.
Both at Baker now. As here's a handoff to Oatis, darting around patiently and falls forward for a gain of about 5 or 6 yards up the left side. But even guys like Gage Callahan, Jalen Nash is now at Baker, so definitely a strong lineage to uphold for this unit of linebackers.
Well, and Jadenine playing linebacker at KU.
Of course, how could I forget?
So, yep, Firebirds have sent a lot of guys on to college football. College football at all different levels, but you know what, Derek? Just good high school sports, good high school athletes in the city of Lawrence.
Yep, absolutely. Fake, no, it is a give to Oatis, and he has nowhere to go. Brought down behind the line of scrimmage. That tackle was made by the Firebirds by Anthony Lewis. He's also an offensive lineman. Not the superintendent. It's a different Anthony Lewis. Gain of none on the play. And that'll bring up 3rd down and 4 yards. There is a flag, and actually now they're going to start marking it up. This is against Free State. It must have been a face mask. Scratch that, make it a late hit. So a 0-yard run, but then the 15-yard late hit moves them up to the 34-yard line with 10:44 to go in the quarter.
For the first game, I know we've talked about some untimely penalties and maybe a major penalty here and there, but overall, there really hasn't been a lot of penalties in this game.
No, there really hasn't. That's actually a really good point. I remember we did Free State opener a couple years ago, and it was, there might have been 10, 15 penalties just on the Firebirds alone.
First games are really notorious for that.
Yes, they are. Give went to Oatis running from right to left, and he just got ate up by the turf monster and fell down at the 31, so a loss of 3 there for Oatis.
Brings up 2nd down.
And that brings up 2nd down here. Empty set formation, left hash, 4 receivers right. 1 to the left, dropping back Reeder. Gets some time, now flushed out of the pocket. Here comes Lane as he throws it to the sideline, and it's going to be just underthrown as cutting back to it. They were trying to get that thing over to the sideline. I believe that was Flickinger. And they couldn't find him there, so now 3rd down and 13. The line to gain is the 44. And another passing situation here for Reeder, who is 11 of 20 for 118 yards unofficially. Reeder immediately rolls to the right. Clock will ellipse under 10 to go as he throws it to the right. It's incomplete. Again, looking for Flickinger. It would have been short of the sticks, but now a flag is down. 9:58 to go in the 4th. Might have spoke too early on the penalty flags. Northwest seems to think it's on Free State. Maybe a pass interference.
Well, the guys are walking backwards.
Well, let's see what the call is.
I don't see.
It wouldn't be an automatic 1st down if it is.
15-yard penalty, results in a penalty, the 1st down.
Okay, so a 15-yard penalty. And that will be enough for the 1st down as they move up to the 36.
So you're right. I spoke too soon on this penalty issue, but That's typically the case. I'll say I think the team's going to run a running play and they throw a pass for a touchdown. Things like whatever I say, it's the opposite.
Run up the middle, Oatis, then a stiff arm, and then twirled to the ground at the 50-yard line. Brian Lane on the tackle. And a 4-yard gain for Oatis. Well, this Free State defense has been on the field for a while now. You think of the long drive and then the pick six, and now another drive.
They're back on the field.
Also, though, with the score 42-7, they're bringing in some of the second stringers for Kevin Stewart here in his third year. Trying to get back above 500 on his record. Pitch to Oatis to the left. He can't find much room at the sideline. He's knocked out of bounds. Tried to hurdle over Grant Gregory, the free safety, but he still made some contact, and that put him to the ground out of bounds. So no gain on the play for Oatis, who has been a workhorse. On this drive alone, that is the 5th touch for Oatis. 3rd and 7. Make it 3rd and 6 for Shawnee Mission Northwest. Actually, yeah, they did lose a yard there, so it is 3rd and 7 at their own 49. Empty set. Reeder drops back. 4-man rush. Gets some pressure, throws to the left. The out route caught inside the 40, then spinning by is Ganapini inside the 35-yard line, down at the 31 or so. And a gain of 21 to Ganapini. That brings up 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line. Nice throw by Blake Reeder. It's always, those ones to the out are always tough because it takes a little extra oomph on it. 4-man rush again. Lane got right by his right tackle, missed the tackle on Reeder. Then he evades, throws downfield, and it's caught diving at the 5-yard line. And a late flag. 2 late flags are down, as the grab was made by Ganapini. Well, this looks like something extracurricular after the play.
You got 2 flags right there. That late after the play, that certainly hints at something like unsportsmanlike, a personal foul sort of thing.
I wonder if somebody on Shawnee Mission Northwest, because it looks like they're marking this back, might have said something to Brian Lane. Maybe there was a little trash talking. They always say the second guy gets caught, but who knows? 8:49 to go in the quarter, 42-7. So 15-yard penalty, unsportsmanlike conduct on Shawnee Mission Northwest. The catch still counts. It was after the play, so it'll be a first down to the 5. Then they'll mark it back 15, and they'll put them at the 20-yard line, 21-yard line.
If you need to contact your ride, go ahead and do that at this time. Hey, I need a ride. Great job.
We are laughing here. The PA announcer just made an announcement. If you need a ride home, if you're a student, now's the time to call your ride with 8:40 to go in this one. And some students shouted back up, "I need a ride." So kind of funny there. Good old high school students. Reeder dropping back, steps into the pocket, throws. He's got a man wide open. Rogers catches at the 5 and runs in for a touchdown. And Shawnee Mission Northwest with their second score of the game. It'll be a 21-yard strike from Reeder to Rogers.
Derek, Reeder's been impressive.
Yeah.
Gives up the pick 6. He just steps back in, runs the plays, keeps dropping back and throwing. He just had a nice, a big completion, then unsportsmanlike, so they marked it off. So what's he do? He just drops back and throws a touchdown pass. So, great competitive spirit, great composure.
And the PAT is through the uprights. 42-14, Firebirds in front, 8:29 to go. We'll be back after this timeout on 92.9 The Bull, bull929.com, and A10 Varsity.
Don't trust the biggest investment of your life to a part-time real estate agent. Trust the #1 team in Lee Summit and the entire state, the Rob Ellerman Team. The Rob Ellerman Team is the #1 real estate team in Missouri and number 12 nationally ranked in the U.S. with $1.5 billion in career sales. They are your real estate resource for buying or selling. They get you moving. Call anytime at 816-304-4434 or visit therobellermanteam.com. That's 816-304-4434 or anytime online. The Rob Ellerman Team, a proud supporter of Lee Summit Area High School athletics. Sigler Pharmacy Health Update. With flu season upon us during the COVID-19 pandemic, it's doubly important to lessen the risk for getting the flu by scheduling a flu vaccination. In a typical year, flu season occurs from fall to early spring. The symptoms that come with the flu can keep you bedridden for a week or more. Prevention is key, and getting an annual flu vaccine is the best way to help protect you against flu. Schedule your flu vaccination online at SiglerPharmacy.com. Sigler Pharmacy cares about you.
I'm Derek Johnson, Richie Boswell in studio here on 929 The Bull, bull929.com, and special thanks to A10 Varsity for streaming along with the video aspect of things. 8:29 to go, Firebirds 42, Cougars 14. Blew a whistle and are going to reset here. So Free State was tied up 7-7 at the end of the first quarter. Then a 28-point second quarter gave him a 35-7 lead. Obviously, in between, there was the stoppage and the injury with the ambulance coming on the field for Adrian Elson, and we seriously hope he's okay. Haven't heard an update, but if we get one, we'll pass it along with him getting stretchered off the field with what appeared to be a neck injury, but we don't totally know. And then they had the pick six from Cooper Jackson. That's been their only points of the second half. Shawnee Mission Northwest with two long drives, the one that was the pick six, the other ending in a touchdown just moments ago to make it 42-14. And, yeah, Blake Reeder had himself a pretty nice night overall. He does have the two interceptions I'm sure he'd want back, but outside of those two throws, I thought he's acquitted himself very well. So back to the Free State offense. We'll see with a 28-point lead, 8:29 to go. It's kind of teetering on whether you'd put in the backups or not. Wouldn't blame them one way or the other. Cleveland will make the grab at the 16-yard line, shakes by one, bursts through a couple, and then a wall of players in black and orange jerseys bring him down at the 31, which is where Free State will take over. Jet Deneen on the night, over 100 passing yards. He's also got over 150 rushing yards. In his senior season, the long lineage of Deneen's. It's interesting, though, because when you think of Jay and Jax and Joe, you think of these 6'2", burly guys who are tough, physical. Not that Jet's obviously very tough as well, but just in terms of the body type, very different, you know?
Yeah, and they all played different positions for Firebird football, but pretty good group of football players.
Yep. Jay, the best basketball player. Here's a quick pitch. You can ponder on that as Cleveland runs up the left and bursts to the outside. Finds a hole. Cleveland past the 50. Trying to cut by one, and he's finally dragged down inside the 35-yard line. A nice run. Good vision. Good cuts by Dash Cleveland. And it's a gain of 36 yards to the 33. Yeah, I mean, I don't remember if Joe played basketball. That was before I got into the business here. Jay was a solid power forward, could kind of pass, had a good feel for the game.
Yeah.
Jet plays basketball, but he's yet to... As Jet takes the snap here and gives off to Farrell, who's wrapped up behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 2. But Jet's yet to have a huge impact on the basketball court. He's been up and around with JV and varsity and so forth. So this year, maybe as a senior, we could see and maybe have a debate there. But
you know, on the basketball court, Jay was such a good competitor. He just... he just went out and he played hard. He tried and he made winning plays.
I mean, if he was 5 inches taller, he'd be going to a school to play basketball. And I mean, it all worked out. He's at Kansas
playing football.
Right. And who knows, maybe football is more of his love anyway, but. Here's Deneen out of the pistol, drops back, steps up into the pocket, looks downfield, throws downfield. He's got a man open. It was underthrown, but still caught. Jared Willits for a touchdown.
Nice job by Willits to come back for the ball. As you called it, it was underthrown, but the defender's back was turned as he was trying to catch up with Willits, and Willits could see that the ball was underthrown and made a nice adjustment and came back for the catch.
So Willits, the 6'3 senior, had a 16-yard TD reception in the opener last year, has a 33-yard TD reception in the opener this year. Another PAT for Adam Coop. 7 for 7 is what he's going for here. And chips it right through for another make. 49-14, 6:56 to go. We'll take a timeout on 92.9 The Bull, bull929.com, and A10 Varsity.
High school sports fans, Trent Green here, and when I want the latest scores and news, there's only one place I go, 810varsity.com. Live scores, features, brackets, and even watch games live on the laptop, phone, or mobile device. Watch the Lee Summit, Blue Springs, and Park Hill schools, Blue Valleys, Olathes, Rockhurst, Miege, Lansing. The list goes on and on into Missouri and Kansas. And playoff broadcasts too, plus top 25, awards, and more. Check it out now, Kansas City's home for high school sports, 810varsity.com.
This feels like classic Free State. Shawnee Mission Northwest 14, 6:56 to go here in the final quarter of action on 929 The Bull, bull929.com. With Craig Hershiser, I'm Derek Johnson. Richie Boswell in studio. Thanks for joining us tonight. Oatis will field the kickoff at the 12-yard line. He's had a nice night. Cuts by one. Nice juke move. Then he finds an opening in the middle and was almost about to break free, and he got sandwiched by a couple defenders for the Firebirds. It looks like on the tackle for Free State was a combination of Wesley Edison, who's been real good on special teams tonight, and Dylan Farrell. Does get up to the 31-yard line. But, I mean, he has been a workhorse tonight, Oatis. 19 carries. He's also got 4 catches, and that's the 7th or 8th kick return he's had as well.
Yep.
I mean, you're talking over 30 touches.
I wonder why we keep kicking to him.
Well, so far none have been busted loose. I get this at this point. Just work on your kickoff coverage. Flip pass again to the receiver with Reeder getting the nice, easy completion, and that's going to be good enough for about 7 yards with the completion going to Evan Qualls. Called about 6 yards to Qualls. So for Reeder, it's his 4th straight completion. And now it'll be 2nd and 4 from the 37-yard line. Oatis goes in motion to the left, but a flag is thrown. Somebody jumped on the offense. And this will bring him back 5 yards. Make it 2nd and 9 from the 32. Well, to show you how good Shawnee Mission Northwest was last year, I mean, 6-2 obviously tells you a lot of the story, and you're losing in the playoffs to the team who went to the state title tells some more. But that's a tough draw to have to play Blue Valley North in that second round, considering they were 5-1 going into the playoffs. High snap is grabbed. Reeder going to step up into the pocket. Reeder takes off, and he gets up to the 39-yard line. Tackle made by Lane. And it'll be a gain of 7 yards for Reeder. But it's not just that, but they also beat Bishop Miege They beat Gardner.
Right.
And they beat Shawnee Mission East, who typically is one of the best teams in the state, by 30 points. That's a real good resume. 3rd and 2, give up the middle to Oatis. Finds a hole, gets to the outside, and then brought down by his legs. Tackle made after he got the first down by Logan Crine. It's a gain of 6 for Oatis.
So the Cougars did quite a bit of winning last year.
Yes, they did. The only regular season loss was to St. Thomas Aquinas, and that was a 35-34 game.
Yep. And, while they are Free State is beating them handily tonight.
Oatis finds an opening to the outside, cuts by Mahalchek inside the 40, spins, and he's wrapped up to the 32. A nice pickup for him. That's going to be a nice gain of a little over 20 yards.
So I was starting to say that, all that winning last season, helps to build that competitiveness. And even though they're down substantially tonight by 35 points, you can see that they're still out there. They're playing hard, competing, trying to make winning plays, as we just witnessed with that carry by Oatis. Reeder is certainly standing tall in the pocket and delivering passes on time and in the right place.
Yeah, no quitting this team. Here's Oatis again. Patiently behind blockers, then evades to the outside after getting sucked into the middle. Inside the 25, and he'll just roll out of bounds. You can tell he is exhausted as he gets out at the 21-yard line.
Yep.
And that'll be enough to move the chains. A gain of 11. He's had 3 straight carries, and they've combined to go for 40 yards. And again, we mentioned he was already over 30 touches between kick returns, receptions, and carries. So now they'll bring, I think this is the first time we've seen the backup running back, Micah Scott, tonight. Pistol formation. Scott to the right. 2 receivers to each side. They send Qualls in motion. Then it's going to be Scott bursting around the left side. Scott on his first carry with fresh legs. Jumps into the end zone for a touchdown. So cool moment for Micah Scott.
Yeah.
He finds the end zone with under 5 minutes to play.
So finally, for Shawnee Mission Northwest, these long drives pay off here as they're about to line up for their 21st point.
And how about that, too, for Scott, number 21, with a 21-yard touchdown.
Wow. Man.
Sometimes the game just writes itself. Vossen with the PAT. It is good. 49-21, 4:55 to go in the quarter. Another timeout here on 92.9 The Bull, bull929.com, and 810 Varsity.
For more than 20 years, Family Medicine Associates has been providing expert-friendly primary care in Lawrence. Beginning this fall, a new affiliation with Advent Health, the region's premier faith-based health system, marks the start of many more decades of caring for the Lawrence community. With a whole-person approach to health and wellness, the providers at Advent Health Medical Group Primary Care at Lawrence are here when you need care. For details, visit adventhealthkc.com/primary care.
Welcome back in. Craig Hershiser. I'm Derek Johnson on 92.9 The Bull, bull929.com. Firebirds 49, Cougars 21. Cleveland drops it at the 5 on the kickoff return out of the break, picks it back up, and is only able to get so much back. He's up to about the 13-yard line. Free State will take over with 4:50 to go in the game.
Boy, so every kickoff for Northwest kind of has that right to left, that hook look to it, kind of like a
kind of like my golf swing.
Kind of like a Nick Schwert drive. So number 21 ran 21 yards for a touchdown, which resulted in eventually the 21st point for Shawnee Mission Northwest. I think clearly the moon is in the 7th power, and Jupiter is aligned with Mars, and Venus and Mars are all right tonight.
Yeah, everybody check your, what are those calendars called?
Your astrological.
There we go, astrological. See, this is why you were a former educator. Need you for the big words. 2 receivers to the left. The second strings, I believe, are in for Free State, and Ware are going to get the carry and work his way up for about a yard. The backup quarterback in now for the Firebirds is Wesley Edison, also one of the backup linebackers. We've called his name a couple times, making some tackles. The 6'2", 180-pound sophomore. I'll tell you Ware had that last carry. He's had himself a nice night. That was his 6th carry. He's got 48 yards and a touchdown.
Tay Ware has played well tonight.
And he's the tailback again behind Wesley Edison. Edison at the right hash, 2 receivers to the left with the tight end that way as well. Again, the give to Ware, shakes by the outside linebacker, and then just working his legs forward, churning up to the 16 or 17-yard line. That's something that I've noticed. The Free State running backs just have done so well, and I mean that's another strong lineage when you go, Jack Steneen and
so many good running backs.
Yeah, just on and on and on. Dash Cleveland now, but they just always seem to, even if they're not the biggest guys in the world, just continue to drive their legs. I thought Tyler Bowden was maybe the best of that of everybody, considering his size and stature, to how powerful of a runner he was.
He was a very powerful runner. He was kind of I thought he was a one-cut runner, but he made his cuts so quickly and in such confined spaces, then had that real burst to accelerate.
Edison to the left. Edison finds a crease and works up for the first down, up ahead to the 29-yard line.
And I've mentioned it before tonight, but the whole business of, keeping your shoulder pads square to the line of scrimmage, keep your feet moving, pad level really makes a difference. So if you can get your pads underneath the pads of your tackler, you got a chance for a couple more yards after contact. And so, through the years, this staff has just done a really fine job of coaching their running backs.
49-21, under 3 minutes to go. Northwest has 2 timeouts, but given the score, don't think they'll use them. Pistol formation, Edison with Ware behind him. Speed option to the left. It's actually QB power with Ware leading behind him or in front of him as Edison falls forward for a gain of 8 or so.
And then when you have blockers who can win their matchup at the point of attack, but then get to next level and execute blocks at the linebacker level, that helps too.
37, it'll be second down and 2 yards to go for the Firebirds, who continue to rack up rushing yards. They are well over 250. As we approach the 2-minute mark in this one. Left hash for Free State. We all stacked in at the line of scrimmage. Tight end to the right, tight end to the left, 2 receivers to the left. Edison, QB power on his own to the left side, and scurries his way up again at the first down mark, a gain of 3.
Nice job of evading some tackles in the backfield there.
Well, we haven't seen the arm of Edison yet, but you can already tell he'll be right in that lineage of a Free State quarterback who's able to show strong running abilities.
I can't believe we'll see his arm tonight.
No.
Under these circumstances.
And the clock now under 1:40 to go. 1st and 10 for the Firebirds. They can just kneel this out, assuming that Northwest doesn't use any timeouts, and I believe that is what they're going to do. With under 1.5 minutes to go now. The Free State, you score 34 in your opener a year ago against DeSoto High School, and then just score 19 points combined over the next 3 games. They did finish with 20.5 points per game in the final 2 against solid teams in LHS and Junction City, but overall the offense was not too normal last year for Free State, and the most they scored in one game was that opener with 34. Well, they've surpassed that and done more in this one with the 49 points, and it feels like the Firebirds are cueing their John Wick, and they are back. I'm thinking they're back at least.
I like it.
Under 40 seconds to go, and they'll kneel it out. And that'll do it for this one. Firebirds 49, Shawnee Mission Northwest 21. 1-0 to start the year for Free State. They go winless a season ago, but they will not go winless this season, taking down a very good Shawnee Mission Northwest team by 28 points. And once again, prayers up for Adrian Elson, who got carted off the field toward the end of the first half. We will have our post-game report for you after this timeout. With Craig Hershiser, I'm Derek Johnson on 92.9 The Bull, bull929.com, and A10 Varsity.
No matter what your goals are, competing at the next level, participating in a local 5K, or leading your team to state, the Sports Medicine Center at Children's Mercy is here to provide comprehensive 360-degree care for student athletes. Performance training, injury prevention, rehab services, nutrition, mental wellness, surgery, and more. It's not just about the next goal or the one after that. It's about supporting a lifetime of sport and helping every student athlete play healthy.
I'm Derek Johnson. Thank you to our sponsors, Lawrence Shirt Factory, Advent Health Medical Group, Primary Care at Lawrence, formerly Family Medicine Associates, 23rd Street Brewery, as well as all of our other sponsors for making this all possible. With Craig Hershiser, Derek Johnson on 92.9 The Bull, bull929.com, and A10 Varsity.